Hello everyone, welcome to IRC Super. It's Thursday nights. We got some action-packed racing coming up for you in just a few moments' time. We are here for the first European race of the season. Well, technically second, but I argue with that. This is traditionally the first European race of the season. We're in Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix in Barcelona. And this track's been on the calendar for a very long time now, isn't it? Well, 1991 was when the first race, I think, was held here in Barcelona. It's fantastic. Of course, everyone remembers the shot between Ayrton Senna and Mansell battling their way down into turn 1 and 2. It was fantastic viewing, and we are we're expecting much more of the same here tonight as well. As let me just quickly get the old stream shout out across the galaxy, across the universe. And then we can get into what I do best. We should talk a lot of nonsense there. I've got to say I've been feeling rather ill over the past couple of days, so my voice might dip down towards the end of this. So bear with me, folks. This is the most work I've done. Well, this is usually the most work I do all week anyway. But this one might be quite strenuous for me towards the end of the race, because we've got 33 laps around this race circuit. So and that don't even include the laps that's going to happen in qualifying as well. As beautiful stuff as well then. So this is going to be a cracking one. And whilst we're just waiting for the drivers to get in and get ready to go, let's take a quick look at the trap map, shall we? Of course, we have got the 16 turns around here. There used to only be 14, I think, or something like that. But of course, they've added that Mickey Mouse chicane, didn't they, in Sector 3 around 2007. So which unfortunately for me, I used to quite like turn 13 and 14, just two very scary fast right-handers as they finish off the lap. Of course, they took that away for safety reasons and also to encourage more overtaking as well. But yeah, 16 turns around here. This is quite a short track, as I mentioned earlier on with the with 33 laps around here, so there's quite a lot of lappage to go around here. So this is going to be very interesting indeed, isn't it? 2.8 miles long, as I've said, of course, and that record held by Danny Rick back in 2018. The compounded tires, we've got more of the harder spec tires, so we've got C1, C2, and C3 this time here in Spain. We might even have the wet tires as well, for the intermediates and wets, especially after last year's race. My goodness me, he bucketed it down, didn't he? Didn't it? And of course, Jonathan Cox learned to walk on water, didn't he? Fantastic driving last season. I can't believe I remember that, but yeah, it was absolutely brilliant racing from John Cox way back when. But of course, John Cox has not raced. He had a disappointing race last night, didn't he? John did, but of course onwards and upwards, and I'm sure that he will be able to bounce back for the season. And of course, Jamie getting his second ever IRC race win last night, didn't he? Fantastic stuff from Jamie there, and from outside the top 10 as well, if I remember rightly. Incredible driving there from Jamie in the Williams there. And I got to say, check out the website of IRC to see the full stand-ins of the elite guys. I got to say, it's very nip and tuck, isn't it? So close in the constructors. My goodness me, there's so many position changes and all sorts. It's absolutely fantastic viewing on paper, but also on track action as well. It's absolutely beautiful stuff. It really is. Anyway, tonight though, it is Super's turn, isn't it? And this is going to be a Super Thursday, so this is going to be cracking stuff. It really is. Quickly take a look at the comments. Thank you for all of you that is joining us tonight. Brilliant stuff. They're very eager, and I love it. We've got Lucas saying, good evening, Sean. Good evening, Lucas. Hope you're well on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Well, evening now, isn't it? Got Stephen Davis as well. I'm wondering if is he the football player from Rangers, or used to be, didn't he? Well, he's definitely a Fizzy Keller supporter, isn't he? Physico, or our version of Fizzy Keller is of course Fizzy. And we've also got Sprint, the Mercedes driver as well. It's just saying good luck, boys. And Fizzy there will be definitely keeping a keen interest to see what is occurring on this night in history. I'm just making sure I'm in spectator mode, and I had a horrible feeling that we could have had Brazil all over again, which no one wants to have me narrating a warm-up lap. And you can also see why I don't race anymore. My goodness me, I was trying to keep on track. We've also got Brooke Greer say good evening, Sean. Good evening, Brooke. And Stephen Davis has said he's a racing driver. Of course he is. We don't have any yeah, footballers a bit overpaid prima donnas, aren't they? Oh, controversial already. My goodness me, I'm starting off well here on top form as always. Talking of top form, let's go through the championship standing, shall we? Of course, top of the tree at the moment is T Sammy, 90 points so far on in his first couple of races in IRC Super. I think this would be a 6th race in total, because he did make a special guest appearance in the end of last season's Super in Abu Dhabi. But this season he's been on top form, 90 points at the moment. Matt has moved up to 2nd position now. He's 36 points back currently. Whatever happens today, T Sammy will not lose the lead in the Drivers' Championship. Roscoe's dropped down to 3rd with some sad news, actually. We'll talk about that in just a few moments' time as well. But of course, Dave Venn, who's dropped down to 4th, unfortunately, I don't think is racing. Will be racing Super for for the foreseeable future, which is absolutely devastating news. It really is. I must admit, I haven't been keeping up with the chat very well lately, but yeah, that's absolutely devastating news here. So from Richard, that's huge, that's disappointing. He had such a good start to the championship as well, but it all just came apart, didn't it? Back at Azerbaijan. It was Azerbaijan, yeah, a week ago. So a shame now for Dave, but I think it was unfortunately, it was not just one race; it was a combination of races, which is unfortunate for Dave because he was having a fantastic season, wasn't he? But so he dropped down to 4th. Fizzy, a good start to the season, isn't he? He's really putting together that. He's putting together a very strong package, isn't he? In terms of maybe challenging for the top 3, maybe even the championship, depending on them. If T Sammy has a wobble, which anything can happen in Formula 1, and it usually does. Steve, I got to say, he's a bit on pole position the last 2 races, hasn't he? Fantastic speed that man has on one lap. Unfortunately, race strategy went a bit awry, didn't it, last time out in Baku? Unfortunately, safety car ruled. I think it was a safety car, wasn't it? It kind of threw a spanner in the works there, unfortunately, for Steve there. So he's had 2 pole positions, but not a win yet. Asdog has had an incredible drive, and I got to say, it was probably the one of the most deserved winners of last week. So absolutely. To be honest, I think we was all happy to see Asdog win that one in fantastic style as well, wasn't it? And he's moved up 6 positions to 7th now, hasn't he? Timmy moved up to oh, I've missed 8th position on this driver list here. Blimey, sort it out, son. Timmy has moved up to 8th position now. He's moved up 1 position in sprint now, dropping down 3 positions into 9th position. And Woody in the top 10 on 15 points as well. In the constructors, we have Toro Rosso, 139 points. My goodness me, that is a lot of pointage, isn't it, so far? We have got Red Bull, who is 2nd on 67 points behind the leaders at the moment. They're on 72 points. Toro Rosso almost double in front of the next car. That is absolutely scary stuff. It really is. We have also got Racing Point have moved up 3 positions to 3rd. Ferrari, Alfa Romeo and Haas have all dropped down 1 position because of Racing Point's good form in the last race. Brilliant. McLaren have moved up 1 position, whilst Mercedes has dropped down 1. So McLaren and Mercedes swapping positions there. We've got Williams on 4 points and 2 points for the Renault team then. So you're all up to date on the standards there. I hope you all took notes, because after all that information that went flying around. As we said then, Steve at the moment is the man on top form in qualifying, isn't he? He's had 2 pole positions in the last 2 races. Fantastic stuff from the Racing Point. We've had T Sammy on pole position, and also Matt has been on pole position as well. We've had a mixed bag of pole positions so far this season. I think this time last year, I think Asdog had 2 pole positions to his name, didn't he? In the end, I think he had 3 to his name after all was said and done. Of course, it was Jonathan Cox that had the 7 pole positions in total last season. And are we expecting the same numbers this season? I don't think we are. I think the qualifying's more of a mixed bag this season, and I'm loving that. Of course, qualifying, you don't get any points for qualifying, do you? It's about lining up the grid. It's also a bit about pride as well, isn't it? As we're just watching Sven in the Alfa Romeo there, as he's just accelerating there as well. Stephen Davis said, Twitter, if anyone wants to follow, it's Steve Davis Racing, at Steve Davis Racing. Of course, I'm not very good with the older tweetering kind of thing. I struggle to even log into my account, let alone how to use it. I think I did one time. I did tweet Sky F1 when I was so happy with myself about like 3 years ago, but I haven't done anything else since. On board Sven then, is just coming into the I would say the fairly new part of the track, but it's not anymore. Is it? Of course, it was refurbished. Well, It was redesigned back in 2007, so that's almost 12 years ago, so it's not exactly new anymore, is it? But it's new to an old-timer like myself. And Sven is good now. Sven, then, is the first man to take us on board this incredible race circuit. This is definitely a track for the cards, isn't it? You need a good, package, don't you, to get around here, and to get around here in good success as well. It's a very long straight down into turn 1 and 2, isn't it? One of the longest launches from the start to turn 1. Now we're coming into turn 3, where Fernando Alonso had a very interesting crash there back in winter test of 2015. And coming into turn 4 now, that's the first intermediate done there for Sven then. And you can see he's feathering the throttle, going wide there, almost too wide there. He's touched the grass, he's had a spin, and he's he's in the wall. I think he's got in the wall there, Sven has. And oh dear there. So so he's just had a couple of issues. There's McLaren there just coming around as well. He's in the gravel there. And oh dear, I know Spade is quite nice for the sunny beaches and things like that, but I don't think Sven wants to visit the beach too early on there. So unfortunately for Sven there, he's going to have to abandon this lap and have another go. That is a huge shame there for Sven then. And just watching Woody starting this lap as well. Then we got his teammate Fisico out there, the only Ferrari tonight, and that is Hogg, who has also visited turn 2, I think he has. So this is a very action-packed start then. Here comes Double. Here he goes straight to the top of the time sheet there. Double having a fantastic start to the season now, isn't he? Really good stuff indeed there from the Haas driver. Of course, talking of Haas, then they have launched their new car today, haven't they? And a yellow flag in 2 as this is what the Alfa Romeos are just getting on the way of his teammate, I believe it was. We got I think it's a racing point coming through. It is Zazdog, last time's winner. He has moved up to 19.3 there for Zazdog. A good time there from the racing point driver. Fantastic stuff indeed. Timmy has gone second fastest. My goodness me, it's nip and tuck there, isn't it? I think that's my phrase of the day at the moment, isn't it? Nip and tuck. Brown there. I got to say, Brown's been fantastic this season. He's moved up to third position at the moment in the Williams, and he is a 20.004 then for the Williams driver. Fizzy there comes across line, so 20.3 in the Alfa Romeo there, and he is just cooling down now. Hogg, who's just coming to finish us out there, but I think he might have to come back in the pits because he's had a fairly interesting adventure on his opening attempt here, as we've seen a car just flash back. I think that's a Haas that's just coming in the background now. We'll find out in a minute. Here comes PB then, and it was a Haas of Woody there who's gone up into third position then. Fantastic. Here comes PB then. Oh my goodness me, there's a bit of Colin McRae-esque start driving now from BP, giving an awful lot of welly there, wasn't he, as he comes out of turn 16, I should say, and he's coming to the line now, and he's done a 22 there. Here comes a Renault driver in the background. That's Snap going up into fifth position in the Renault, 20.1. Fantastic stuff there from Snap in the Renault stuff. In the Renault there. Here comes the championship leader, and my goodness me, this man is talented, isn't he? Of course, we seen flashes of brilliance in the Elite League last season, didn't we? One of my favourite races that he drove was the French Grand Prix, where he was Mr. Clean, wasn't he? And he moved from 8th to 2nd, and in Super there, he's really doing some good stuff there indeed. He's 4th fast alone. His qualifying, it's not been his strongest point, but he is on the medium compound tyre. We'll touch on that more in the second part of qualifying, because that is when the brainiacs need to come out and really start to think about their start. Here comes Maxi. I think this is Maxi's second appearance this season. It is indeed. He didn't have a very good start to the season. He had a DNF, didn't he, in Australia? Maxi did. He is cut and he's invalidated his lap as well. The Red Bull driver. I think he took too much curb there. He was a bit greedy there, wasn't he? Maxi was. I'm not one to talk about greed, but I think Maxi there just taking a bit too much curb, and unfortunately he's had to invalidate his lap, and he's going to have to go around again then. No, he's coming into the pits then, the Red Bull driver is, car 96. Yes, so Maxi coming into the pits then, unfortunately then, because unfortunately he's invalidated his time, which is a big blow then. So now let's go for a second attempt then. We're on board then with Harry then, and he is going down the long straight now into turn 1 and 2 then. Of course, the turn 1 then launched in turn 2. I gotta say, you've got to be very careful around here. Step on the loud pedal too hard and you'll be in the wall there. Now coming out of turn 3 there, staying well away from that AstroTurf there. Grosjean had a spectacular spin there, didn't he? Was it last year or the year before? I think it was the year before, wasn't it? Yeah, 2018 there. Now coming into turn 5, as you can see, it's a downhill. It's a downhill left-hander that accelerates away then, and now this is a brilliant corner. This is 6 and 7. It's fantastic, isn't it? Look at this. As you can see, we're climbing up the hill now, and now turn 9 is just in front of us. And hold on to your hats, everyone. This is a fantastic corner. Does he lift? Oh, no, not at all. Harry, they're going straight on it. And now coming into another new part of the track there, which was also redesigned around the 2006 time. Of course, they used to go straight down there, but now they've increased it. They've got put in a couple more chicanes here. And now we're coming up to... the chicane that was in put about 2007 then. As I think as Martin Brother described it, it's designed by Sir Mickey Mouse, and it really is, because look at it, it's a Mickey Mouse section there, very technical there, and I got to say, bring back the old part for that Spanish, really brilliant, isn't it? It's a shame you can't have an option there, isn't it, as I go off on a little rant here. It's a shame we can't have a, like pick of old classical tracks and kind of things like that, and really like old track designs as well, because I would totally take turn 13 and 14 from yesteryear, because it was absolutely an adventure, wasn't it, whether we're going to get around there or not, especially in the especially on the good old games. Then here comes Matt coming across the line. He's on a 20.5 there in the Red Bull DRS Open. And talking of DRS, and I really should touch on the DRS, which is the drag reduction system, and it is the rear wing that opens. It's a rear wing that opens there, and of course it reduces drag. It does exactly what it says on the tin. Oh, and I think Sven needed a bit more drag there, didn't he? As he he had a bit of a half spin there. He comes across the line now, and he's still done a respectable 20.9 there. Good stuff there from Sven. He's got a lot more in his locker there, hasn't he? Here comes Hogg, and here comes in number 12, and coming up to the line now, DRS, as I was mentioning, there's two DRS zones around here. Hogg is gone fastest. That's a good time there from Hogg. My goodness me, that Ferrari driver is looking on it today, isn't he? So representing the Ferrari. Here comes Broke Grilla, loving the pink helmet, and he goes 13 fastest. Broke Grilla, of course, has already made an appearance this season for the earlier on. He made one, well, he made two appearances, I apologise, back in Baku and in Bahrain as well, and now in Barcelona. I think he likes all the tracks begin with B, doesn't he? Back on board with Maxi then, and he's sporting a Halloween helmet then, so he's getting in the spirit quite early on, or maybe too late, depending on your point of view, and he flies into turn 1 now then. Coming into turn 2, we've got yellow flags out there. It's looks like it's one of the cars just slowing down then, and now he's coming into turn 3 then. And now up to turn 4. This is called an infamous turn from the Mercedes point of view. If anyone remembers 2016, how wouldn't you remember that race? That was absolutely incredible. I remember sitting down there just tugging into my Sunday lunch, expecting another Mercedes domination of, and that's a Mercedes off in front of. It's Broke Gorilla who is just he's damaged the end plate on the Williams on the Mercedes there, and that's not good at all there for Broke Gorilla. But he has set a time in, but I don't think that's going to be enough there to get him through the Q3 as it stands, Q2 as it stands. I'm already too eager, aren't I? Q2 as it stands there, so Broke Gorilla is going to have to come back in the pits, get a new nose cone, and come back out then. Maxi is coming into the final section now then. Let's see what he's doing then in the Red Bull. Remember, Maxi used to drive in the Elite League last season as well, so him and T Sammy have been brought into Super, haven't they? And Broke Gorilla is having an adventure out there, isn't he? He's now off the track again, and Snap is retired from the session, interestingly enough. And Snap, very similar to Blaz, in a way, as Maxi goes straight up in the third fastest there. Yeah, Maxi, very similar, Snap, very similar to Blaz, isn't he? He's not really too keen on qualified, is he? They seem to be more racers, don't they? I think qualified just is the kind of thing that's more for practice session. Oh, Steve going purple in the second sector there. Lovely stuff from Steve. I've got to say, he's the man with the most pole position at the moment. He's got 2, and he's on course for a hat-trick here. They're going through the Mickey Mouse section, accelerating the way now, coming flying through turn 16 then, and let's see what he can do then. DRS enabled, and he goes fastest there on an 18.5. My goodness me. Wow. What's he had for breakfast this morning? I gotta say, I don't know. I think does Speedy Gonzalez have a cereal? I don't know. I'm more of a toast man these days. There's a PB there just coming out. Well, he's on his out lap at the moment. But yeah, going back to that. That'll go back to that. An incredible lap there from Steve. Wow. Oh, I gotta say, he's got something stuck to his car, hasn't he? Bit of nitrous perhaps there. He might from Mario Kart. Perhaps he's even got the red mushroom there. No, it's Star Power, isn't it? Of course, the red mushroom there just, I don't know what was the mid. Oh, yeah, it was a boost, wasn't it? Oh, dear. It's already descended some nonsense. I've only been on there for 12 minutes. Fizzy goes 7 fastest then. That's a better time from Fizzy there, and he is in the top 10. Remember, in this qualifying session, what is the aim of this qualifying session? Well, this first qualifying session is to line up 16th to 18th fastest. In the drop zone, we have PB, Steve, and Roscoe as well. Broke Gorilla is on the cusp. I think that anyone it's not in the 20s, it's going to be feeling very insecure there. There's a yellow flag floating around in as I think this is just a car getting out of the way. It is Fizzy just in front of us on board PB then. It's as he comes around now and calls PB. He's got 2 points this time. Both Brown and PB probably deserve a lot more than what they've got from the championship standing so far. Both Williams drivers have done absolutely fantastically well, and only 2 points to show for their efforts so far. Whoa, my goodness me, he's in the gravel, and he's got to get out of his way, his teammate there, because I don't think his teammate Brown is going to be... Oh my goodness me, he's in the wall, he's ripped off the corner, he is done. Oh, PB, just as I compliment you. Oh, that's a big old smash there as well. The wheels hanging off there for the Williams driver, and unfortunately PB is out of qualifying. That is our first casualty of the of turn 9 there. And oh dear, what a shame there from PB. So just so I compliment, this is why I don't. This is why I don't. Should have just. I should just like let them get on with it. Really, shouldn't I? Just say that they're great drivers. But every time I do compliment, someone seems to go in the wall. But yeah, going back to that incident there with as Max is retired from the session, he's just in the pits at the moment. He's just chilling out there in the Red Bull. Going back to the Williams pair. No, hopefully I don't put the curse on Brown either. But I got to say that I think both Williams drivers have done a fantastic job this season, and they do deserve a lot more points than what they've got at the moment. But unfortunately, you don't get points on credit. You get points on finishing the races in the top 10, don't you? Of course, and points winners do get points now from first to 10th now. Not back in the old days, of course, it used to be from first to 5th, and then it was from first to 6th, then it was from first to 8th, and then now it's from first to 10th. They're practically handed about now, aren't they? I got to say, from my point of view, I do prefer the points to be more awarded more positions, though, doesn't it? Because you don't want you like to see more of the tail end teams in actual Formula 1 getting some points there, don't you? Really. As we're on board with Roscoe there, as you can see, he's doing a lot of changes on the steering wheel there. Roscoe is. I gotta say, yeah. It's like me trying to look for a decent thing to watch on Netflix or something. Keep changing what I want to watch. So yeah, Roscoe there is having a bit of jazz hands there in the cockpit, isn't he? So I'm not sure what Roscoe's doing there, but unfortunately from a time point of view, Double has retired from the session, and that's halfway down the... oh dear, that is not good at all. Roscoe's gone second fastest, so I have no idea what I'm talking about. Talking about nonsense again. Roscoe has gone up into second fastest, and it's I got distracted by Broke Gorilla's car, and that is a long way down. And oh my goodness me, that car is flipped! Oh no! So I hope Broke Gorilla's okay. I gotta say, I'd be that was head over heels kind of crash there from Broke Gorilla, and unfortunately he's well, yeah. That's an interesting place to park your car, but unfortunately Broke Gorilla will not take part in this qualifying session. He is out and dangling upside down. As Hulkenberg would quote, as I'll quote from Hulkenberg, hanging like a cow. But unfortunately for Broke, he's hanging like a gorilla, isn't he? Oh dear. Here comes Penny then as he's coming through turn 16 now, flying through the final turn 16 now. DRS enabled. Let's go down the back straight then, and this is Penny's. Well, he's got a couple more chances because this lap is quite short there. So we're doing 1:18 there. Steve is the fastest. So yeah, he's got a couple more attempts there. Oh, Penny there getting a bit losing a bit of the momentum there as he went a bit wide there in turn 1, and so we've lost Broke Gorilla, we've lost PB as well. So as it's now between, well, Double is now back out on track. Then he's done a 20.6 there. At the moment, he is. Oh, excuse me, I got a bit of a frog in my throat. Yeah, I think Double is, well, in terms of time, he might feel a bit safe for that, but I think that Penny can improve dramatically. So do not count out Penny yet. At the moment, he is in 18th position there as he taking 2 bites of the cherry there going through turn 9 there. So unfortunately, we've seen Broke Gorilla and PB. I've got to say, that must have been a mighty... Look at that, Penny, 2.228 seconds up in the second sector, and the Mercedes getting a bit tail happy there. This is getting very tight indeed then, isn't he? See Penny absolutely improving tenfold, isn't he? On his current time. Impressive stuff there from Penny. Going into the final couple of chicanes there. Timmy's moved himself into second there in the McLaren. Beautiful stuff there from Penny. From Timmy. Here comes Penny flying through turn 16 and leaving a lot of the exit curve there, and Penny goes into 16th fastest there. Has he got time for one more run? He has got time for one more run. Has he got enough fuel in the tank? Has he got enough fuel in the tank? Has he got enough left in those tires? And has he got the ERS left? We'll keep an eye on Penny. We'll also keep an eye on Double as well. He's a 10th for a second out. He needs to raise the bar for Penny, otherwise Double might be knocked out here. It's between a Double and Penny, and maybe even Snap as well. snap might get dragged into this course. He parked the car quite a while ago. Here comes Double coming across the line, and he is still in 50th position, but again improved by 4 tenths of a second. He has lowered the bar. Petty needs to find a second in this follower. We're on board with Petty in the Mercedes then, and oh, he's got a bit wide there, and he's kept it on the grass, so he's kept it on the island and into turn 9 then, and I'm leading towards him here. DRS and they've on the back straight for Penny, and he is coming down the back. This is the second intermediate now. What's he doing? He's 3 tenths of a second down there, unfortunately. He gets out of the way of the Haas of Sven figures, and Penny is taking the scenic route, the old school he's just enjoying himself out there. And to be honest, we're going to give Penny some coverage, I think, as he's just enjoyed himself out there. And why shouldn't you? I mean, this is a lovely sunny afternoon, here in Barcelona. And but unfortunately, this will be the last we'll see of Penny in this qualifying session, but not in the race, of course. So we're hoping to see a lot more of Penny in the race, and as he comes into the pits now as well. Of course, you've got to be careful coming into the pits. If you're a bit if you're a bit like me and a bit wild and don't know how to turn the steering wheel left and right, then you might hit the barrier there. You might do a David Coulthard back in Adelaide 95, which probably wasn't his finest moment, was he, in an F1 car. Unfortunately, that was his last moment he had in the Williams as well back then. So yeah, that was a bit of a shame there for ODC, one of my favourite drivers. Of course, I used to be a big old David Coulthard fan before Lewis Hamilton come along, and now I'm part of Team LH. Into the pits there comes a Double as well, and so Double has made it through, and he is in 15th position then. So we have lost Steve Penny, who's moved up to 16th position. We've lost Bro Gorilla, who was upside down, unfortunately, and we also lost PB, who ripped off the front right corner of the Williams as well. So those are our 3 men that have taken the walk of shame in Q1, unfortunately. But don't worry, we'll see all those guys in Q2 in just a few moments' time. So don't go anywhere, folks. If any of your fan favourites have been knocked out of Q1, they will be still here for the race. I have no doubt about that. Bro Greer just said, hate Spain now. I gotta say, I don't blame you. I'll be too worried to get back in the car after that incident. We didn't catch what happened to you on stream, but my goodness me, that was a violent old crash to be ending up on the complete other side of the track there. Wow. And it wasn't only Broke Gorilla making the headlines there for his incredible accident there. It was also a Steve as well. 5 tenths of a second in front of the next man, Timmy. Impressive stuff there. And Steve did that time about halfway through Q1, if I'm not very much mistaken. Oh, blimey. Is it going to be free for Steve? I got to say, he's very much on the money at the moment, isn't he? He just needs to... Can he get the race performance in as well? I think that is his Achilles heel at the moment. The opposite to Fizzy from last season. Remember, Fizzy was... didn't have a very good qualifying, didn't have a very good qualifying pace, but my goodness me, in the race he was absolutely beautiful, wasn't he? He was incredible in terms of his racecraft and everything that comes with that. So yeah, so can Steve do the same there as well? I got to say, in Baku he was quite unlucky. It was an interesting race, wasn't it, with safety cars and all that jazz, and we were expecting safety. We had a safety car or two last night, didn't we? So are we expecting a safety car in this race? Well, I don't know. I gotta say, you need a spectacular incident to get the safety car. But having said that, we've already seen 2 spectacular incidents at turn 9. So, and there's probably another, and turn 2 as well. 2 very difficult corners to get right around Spain. So you've got to definitely very much be on your toes there. So we're into Q2 now, of course. This is where you've got to put your smart hat on, and now you've got to start to think about strategy and things like that. The first thing you've got to think about is the tyres. What tyres are you going to start the race on? If you get through to Q3, or if you get into top 10, you must start the race on the tyres which you set your time on in this session. So it's very much where the strategy really starts to ramp up. Just watching the cars come out of the pits. Then Timmy was second fastest in that Q1 session. We're just watching Brown. Then unfortunately we've seen his teammate there hit the wall quite considerably at turn 9 there, and a bit off the front right corner of the Williams there, which was a bit of a nasty old accident there for PB, but hopefully we'll see him in the race. We will see him in the race. There's no hopefully about it. We will see PB in the race. Just watching then Brown then coming through the second intermediate now. So yeah, this track, whilst I'm just watching Brown start to whirl up and get ready to go, as we're on board with Brown with, I think last time I described his helmet was more of a Mikasalo-esque helmet than there is. It's quite a nice helmet. I quite like it. Whilst we're on board with it, so for some reason I just thought of Wurtz, and I think that's probably because, of course, Wurtz was driving the Williams back in 2007. I think Wurtz's 2007 season will probably be remembered for that podium in Canada, and also David Coulthard attempted a very leery overtake in Australia. Was an interesting overtake, wasn't it? Something what I'll try. Brown there is much more sensible than I am. He coming up to the line now, DRS enabled, and he's about to start us up now and drifted to the middle part of the track there, Brown is. So I'm wondering if he got a bit distracted there with all the gadgets and gizmos on these F1 cars. I know that's not good at all. Is Fizzy there coming out of the track there, but lovely bit of awareness there from Fizzy. He gets off the track, absolutely stunning stuff. Back on, I'm loving my adjectives tonight. Wow, great stuff. I think I've hit a dictionary. Don't worry, don't worry. My big words would be absolutely disappeared by the race. I have no doubt about that. Brown there coming out of turn 4, I think that was. Now coming into turn 5 then. So he is the first man on track to set a time. He's gone for the soft tyres quite early on then, so no messing about for Brown then. I gotta say, this is a tactic which he has used in all previous races, I believe, if I'm not very much mistaken, which I could be, but I'm sure he goes straight out there on the soft tyres, and we got a yellow flag and just coming out of the first sector there. I think that's in turn 4, I think it is. I can't see. Oh, and he's taking the bollard off there, Brown is. So yeah, maybe getting rid of some of the track furniture, so that no one else could see where they're braking and where their braking points are and things like that, which might be quite a clever idea actually. Brown there navigating the Mickey Mouse chicane, accelerating away there nicely. Didn't get the proper angle going into turn 16 now, so I think that this is definitely more of a and he goes fast at the moment so far in the Williams. I think that's more of just a exploratory lap there, just to see what that Williams car can do. Here comes Timmy coming up to the line now as well, and he's done a 20.3 on the medium compound tyre. Timmy is. He wants to have more. He wants to have much more awareness, and he's got yellow flags that are floating around all kinds of what's going on up at the oh, that's Snap, and Snap there is a found escape road or a bit of astroturf, and yeah, he's I'm wondering, I think we'll hopefully get a better shot of this in a minute, but I hope he hasn't damaged the car. I'm wondering if he's just trying to find some space. He's in the correct facility to find space. He has found space then, so Snap is just getting his lap underway now. We're on board with Woody in the Haas then. Brown is top of the timesheets at the moment with Timmy second, Sven in third, medium tyres. Soft tyres for T Sammy at the moment. Interestingly, only 21.9 there. I wonder if there's a bit of sandbags going on out there. And then we got Matt, who's on a 31.7. I think that's a lot of sandbaggage from Matt there. I think that we'll see a proper effort in a minute. Here comes Woody. He's gone third fastest on the medium tyre then. So a lot of drivers are leaning towards the medium compound tyre here, which is definitely interesting stuff, isn't it? Of course, the soft tyres will give you instant grip there, but will fall apart quite quickly. And if anyone remembers the 2013 Spanish Grand Prix, my goodness me, 5 stops for the race winner? Ridiculous stuff. Of course, tyres are just falling apart. That race really broke me as well, as Hamilton dropped from, I think it was 2nd to 12th in the end, wasn't it? Rosberg, the pole sitter, finished 6th in the end, didn't he? Very interesting stuff that Spanish Grand Prix was. So as Harry, I think that was Fernando, talking of which, that Spanish Grand Prix, I think it was the last time that Fernando Alonso actually stood on top of the podium there. T Sammy has now shown some pace there, but an 18.7 at the moment for T Sammy. Good stuff indeed there from the Toro Rosso driver. Just on board with Snap there as he's just completing his lap. So we're keeping on Snap there. Oh, and I thought Snap was coming to the pits then, and you can see his wings got a bit grubby out there, hasn't it? But Snap ain't gonna be too concerned about the state of his car. He's concerned about the state of the time, and that's a decent time indeed, isn't it? 20.4 there from Snap. And I've just showered my laptop, so my laptop wanted the news rather than the weather, so whoops. Asdog there is just starting to start then. We're just keeping an eye on Maxi at the moment. Maxi at the moment is in the second sector then, way as he comes up out of turn 8 there as well. I love that shot. That's an absolutely beautiful shot of these F1 cars. It's amazing, isn't it, to see the F1 cars hard at work, isn't it, through turn 9. Absolutely spectacular stuff. There's a Ferrari in the background as well. That is Hogg in the Ferrari. And then you can see Max there in his second race. He's gone purple in the second sector there. That is looking very strong indeed in the second sector there from Maxi. Of course, so Maxi there really getting on song there as well. I think in Australia we didn't see his true pace, Maxi, but I'm wondering if we're going to see a bit more pace here in a more traditional racetrack, isn't it? This is a purpose-built racetrack, this is, and the teams will know this track like the back of their hand. Maxi just drifts onto the pit wall there, next to the pit wall there, which is, I'm wondering there if there's a bit of sandbagging going on there as well. Perhaps or maybe I'm just, because F1 testing's coming up around the corner, I'm just obsessed with sandbags at the moment. I don't know. Here comes Asdog. He is just preparing his car, I think. Of course, these cars are living, breathing beasts, aren't they? You can't just like switch it up like a road car and just go for it. You got to prepare the tires, you got to prepare the earth. Oh, and Asdog taking a very late, a very late decision to go in the pits there. So yeah, Asdog there was. Oh, we got a Red Bull just getting out of the way there as a Hog is on his way. We got Fizzy who's gone purple in the first sector. We're keeping on with Fizzy's time. Yellow flag in free. I think that's one of the racing points there at the top of the map. I think it might be Steve. Just getting himself warmed up and ready to go. On board then with Hog as he flicks it through turn. Oh my goodness me. And wow, there's the cars everywhere. Well, to be fair, I think Hog there was on a wrong piece of tarmac there, wasn't he? Because you usually are on the racing line. You're usually more onto the left-hand side there. He had a bit of a swapper going on there, didn't he? And of course we've seen already a couple of cars in that wall, well, either the left hand side or the right hand side of the wall, haven't we? So it's Hog there. It's just coming into the final stage of this lap now. We've got 7 minutes to go in this session still, so there's still a long way. We still got a couple more attempts there to get this thing cooking properly. Then Hog is gone on the 20.9. There's more in the tank there. Here comes Fizzy coming up to the line. He's gone 4 fastest in the Alfa Romeo. Excuse me. And now Steve then, who is I thought he was flashing with a fuel icon there, and no, he's not. It is it's just a spanner in the works, but hopefully it's just the I don't know what's on there. It's gone now, isn't it? No, I don't know what the logo's been done in the done in telemetry. Here it comes. I think it's something to do with your pit box or something like that. Steve ain't even concerned about that, is he? All he's concerned about is getting on pole position for the third time, and I got to say, at the moment, he is the man who's holding the pace, isn't he? Can he unlock that pace when it really matters? Well, he needs to unlock it now, because it does matter now, because you got to get into Q3 first, don't you? You got to be in it to win it. Here comes Steve coming across the line. He's on the medium tires, and my goodness me, this man's got some pace on him, hasn't he? Wow, fantastic stuff. 2/10 a second in front of Brown, who was on the soft tire, wasn't he, when he did his first attempt now. Sven is back on track. We got yellow flag. Oh, it's Sven there. Another man who doesn't like the bollards there. Also taking out the bollards there as well, then into, and I just keep repeating myself, and just having a look there, we've got a couple of yellow flags in the infamous turn 9 mode. Of course, there's always one corner on every track which seems to be the problem corner, and Sven had an absolute horror show of the final sector there, didn't he? Yeah, Sven's going to have to go around again. He's got 5 minutes, and well, there's a bit of shenanigans going on here, isn't there? With the Alfa Romeo of Fizzy and Hog there. Hog there, I think he's just harvesting. I think Fizzy's already done a lot then, so I wonder if Fizzy's just going to come in the pits now. Well, Hog has let Fizzy through, and Hog is now gone into the pits as well then. So there's a race for the pits here. That's it. Very interesting stuff. They're very competitive. They even want to come in the pits together as well, don't they? Absolutely fantastic stuff. Here comes Timmy. He's on the soft compound tire now. So I'm wondering if this could be very interesting indeed. Is it Roscoe is just finishing this out? Let's stay on board then with the Toro Rosso driver. Of course, he is half the reason that Toro Rosso are leading the constructors at the moment. And Roscoe has had a fantastic start, season so far. Remember last season, he had a very good pace there. Him and Asdog were impressive at the beginning of last season, weren't they? Roscoe is Roscoe's apparently in the pits there, so I think his telemetry's gone a bit AWOL there, hasn't it? We're keeping on with Roscoe's time, because I wonder if he might just jump up to jump up the timesheets in a minute. Here comes Asdog then, the winner from Baku. Absolutely impressive race there from Asdog, wasn't it? He took the strategy initiative, didn't he? He came in the pits when the safety car was out, and there was no mess, and Asdog came in the pits there, rolled the dice fantastically well, put the leads under pressure, and won that incredible Baku race there from Matt, who was second in the end. Matt, of course, came in the pits quite a lot. There's 2 safety cars. Matt came in the pits on the first safety car, and went almost the whole race on the hard tires, which is an absolute mammoth effort. So I got to say that was a pretty impressive effort as well from Matt. So yeah, really to keep those tires in check for, I think it was 24 odd laps in the end. That is incredible, isn't it? On board car 97. This is double. He is now coming through the fast turn 16 then. It's not really a quarter much anymore. So of course you still got to steer, and double goes at 12th fast at the moment in the Haas's there. The Haas at the moment are only 11th and 12th position at the moment, then, so they might need to start to find some more pace there. Asdog is 5 seconds slow. Here comes Brown, and what's Brown doing? I think he's on an in lap as well. Then, so we've got a bit of a low at the moment for 3 minutes to go. Then, let's just take a look at. Let's just take a stock and see what's going on there in the Spanish Grand Prix. Then, so far we have T. Sammy, who's currently fastest, with Timmy in 2nd position, Steve 3rd, Asdog 4th, Brown is in 5th. We're on board Brown at the moment. He's right in the thick of it, isn't he? Brilliant. We got 6th position is Matt at the moment, who's causing a yellow flag in sector 2. We got Fizzy in 7th position, with Max in 8th position. 9th position is Harry. Snap is in 10th position at the moment. 11th position is Woody. Double in 12th position. 13th Hog, 14th is Sven, and 15th is Roscoe. Well, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th are the guys who are trying to drop out of this Q2 session. So anyone that's in those positions are really going to be under the pressure now, aren't they? And they really need to start to think about getting some times as well. 2.5 minutes to go. Then that is, it feels like the final countdown, doesn't it? And it is, it is, isn't it? For some of these guys, they need to get a time. And now yellow flags into a lot of yellow flags in qualifying. It's just drivers out just trying to get themselves sorted out. Hog, I think, it started his lap first, so let's stay on board. Let's go on board then with Hog then in the Ferrari. I think that Hog is, again, like PB and Brown, has had a very good start to the season, hasn't he? I got to say, he's just been unlucky, hasn't he? Really has. So it'd be good to see Hog there get there. He's in qualifying. He's been mesmerised. Oh, he's run wide there, Hog has, and unfortunately that means he is going to, well, he's 200 seconds down, but the trap map has gone red, which I assume, yeah, he has gone, so that we'll catch now. Hog there is, oh, he's in the breaker point here, isn't he, of Matt there, and Matt's going to get held up slightly. He has got held up, and Matt is also, so Hog is compromised his lap and Matt's lap as well. And oh dear, that's not very good at all, is it? So unfortunately there for both drivers, are just not no, that's not ideal at all, is it? I think Roscoe has actually come charging around. Snap is retired from the session, and I gotta say, he's a very confident man, isn't he? But 100th in the top 10 at the moment. And I got to say, I'm not. If I was a betting man, I'll be very nervous about that. There's Snap there. Might like to start more in the midfield though, mightn't he? Because they might. It's got purple for Roscoe in sector 2. We got Matt there, who's just. Oh no! And we got a lot of blocking in this qualifying session. Roscoe there, chumming up to a slow Matt as well. Oh dear, this is not good at all, there, is it? And Roscoe there is unfortunately also had to abandon this lap. So Hog is impeded Matt's lap. Matt's lap is Matt has impeded Roscoe's lap. I gotta say, Roscoe is doing some amazing handwork in there. Wow, look at that. A very skilled handyman there, isn't he? Well, Roscoe still goes fastest on an 8. Wow. I thought that he had lost a lot of time there, but it shows what I know, doesn't it? But Roscoe there doing a cracking job there. He's still fastest then, so good stuff there from Roscoe. I think he must have got a slightly there's a I'm not sure who, someone's off the track there. I'm wondering who that is. I think it's Fizzy, isn't it? It is Fizzy. Fizzy is just checking out the scenery, I think he was. Here comes Sven there. He's found a second, hasn't he? Sven has. He's cut up to the line now. DRS right on the money, and he goes into 9th position. Sven that's right behind his teammate. The checker flag is fluttering then in the breeze here in Barcelona. So it's Fizzy there. Is now he's finished this lap then. So we got Matt who's out on track at the moment. What about Maxi? Maxi is right under the caution at the moment. Maxi is gone up into 7th fastest, so Maxi is safely through, I think. What about Hog? Hog is 3/10 of a second up. Is that enough? On that evidence, it is not enough at the moment. And so Hog has got to find some time in this final sector at the moment. And his target time is a 19.771. Remember that, guys. Here comes Hog then. He's coming up to the line now. Lovely shot from the aerial view of the helicopter. He comes up to the line. And does he do it? No, not quite. Hog is unfortunately out of Q2. And that's a shame now for the Ferrari driver. So, at the end of all that, and Matt jumps right up. Where did he jump? I think that Matt jumped up into 2nd or 1st there, didn't he? Oh, 4th there for Matt in the end. But yeah, in the end of all that, some blocking and some traffic jams going on out there in Q2. At the end of all that, though, we have lost our 5 drivers, and unfortunately, these guys are now spectators, and they are double in 15th, 14th for Woody, 13th for Snap, Hog in 12th, and 11th for Harry. Then, so unfortunately, then those guys are now going to be sitting on the sidelines and watching these men go for pole positioning for the Spanish Grand Prix, and they are Sven, Fizzy, Maxi, Brown, Asdog, Steve, Matt, Timmy, and T-Sammy and Roscoe. And look at that, it's split right down the middle, isn't it? We got 6 drivers, well, almost split down the middle. We got 6 drivers on the soft tires, 4 drivers on the medium compound tire. Excellent stuff indeed. Then, and that's exactly what I would say, that those kind of races are absolutely brilliant stuff, isn't it? For racing. So I do like a split strategy. I don't like it when all drivers go for one or the other, doesn't it? I think that's where they know too much. As we come into Q3 then, so we got 12 minutes, well, less than 12 minutes now of Fast and Furious stuff. T-Sammy, I think, has got a quali free ban for his misdemeanor in Azerbaijan. So I can't remember what that is. Apologies for that, guys. You should I should really check the parish notice on that. Terribly unprofessional of me. But yeah, T-Sammy there, unfortunately, is not taking part in Q3. But T-Sammy's got a pole position to his name so far this season. But Steve's the man at the moment who's on form. I think that is this Steve's to lose? Possibly, but of course you've got to get the job done still, haven't you? So you can't. Of course, that's the beauty about motorsport. That's the beauty about live sport in general, isn't it? You can't, of course, this is not one on paper, is it? It's one on the track, isn't it? It's who has got the best car setup, who is going to be the quickest driver on this day in history in IRC Super here in Barcelona, in Spain somewhere. So it's 9 drivers that go for pole position. We've got Dominic Vincent saying yes, Q3, Eric, let's go. I gotta say, I do love all you guys there commenting in the comment section. I would like to hear your expert opinions really on who you think is going to get pole position. I gotta say, from this man's very well, I'm not going to say it because everything that I try and do. Every time I try and do a prediction, it goes completely wrong, and it would be unfair on the driver as well. So yes, but I would love to hear your expert opinions down in the comments. Who do you think is going to get pole position? Who is the man? Oh, and Sven there's really compromised his lap already in this session, and that's not a good start at all there from Sven. But he's carried on, so this man is carried on there. But he's going to be losing almighty time now going down into turn 1. Of course, you have lost your Delta from Q2 because this is a completely new session, isn't it? As it were, then. So all the times to get wiped through each session, and so whatever you do. So, for example, I think Steve there was very quick, wasn't he, in Q1? I think he did a 18.5 or something like that in the first session. Fantastic stuff, wasn't it? Unfortunately, that time you cannot carry that time over. Not like the old. Oh, the Sven getting very ragged there, isn't it? Not like the old qualifying system. If anyone remembers that, when they had qualifying over 2 days. Well, they had it a couple of times, didn't they? Before 96, they used to have 2 1-hour sessions, didn't they, on a Friday and a Saturday? And of course, that one of those fastest times would get your pole position. Or they used to have that aggregate time in, I think, was it 2004 and 5? Was it something like that, where they had one-shot qualified on Friday and a one-shot qualified on Saturday. Very interesting stuff, wasn't it? But I think it was. Teams like Minority loved it though, because they got a lot of TV coverage time, didn't they? Back on those one-shot qualifiers. So I got to say, it was a good idea at the time, wasn't it? But I think from an audience point of view, it really wasn't, probably wasn't ideal, was it? Sven there is, I think Sven might be a bit disappointed as that there. It's been very compromised indeed, and he comes across the line there. It's still a 19.9 there for Sven there, so it may look ragged, but my goodness me, he was still motoring there, wasn't he? Asdog is motoring, and 18.873 there from the Racing Point. Fantastic stuff there. But Steve is at 18.707 there from the Racing Point as well. Racing Point is on, he's locked out the front row. It's theirs at the moment, and fantastic stuff as well. Timmy is in the 19.1, so both Racing Points are fantastic at the moment. Brilliant stuff there for Racing Point. Brown is out on track, but Roscoe is just coming round. Matt is done a 19-1. No one is in the 18s at the moment, apart from the Racing Point drivers. Fantastic stuff indeed then. Brown is in the second section now, as he is just coming in down the back straight there. Accelerating away. Roscoe, I think, is about to start his lap now. He is about to start his lap, so keep an eye on Roscoe in the Toro Rosso. Brown there is just accelerating away. As you can see, the car had an awful understeer. It really did. And a lovely over-the-shoulder shot of the Brown's Williams here, doesn't it? It does look like a Mick Sala helmet, doesn't it? I love it. As he's coming up to the line now, Brown is. And he comes over the grid hatchings, and he goes into sixth position mode. We've got yellow flags down the back straight mode. Brown is in sixth position mode. Fizzy is just starts up as well. We're keeping on Fizzy as he goes around. Maxi is still in the pits mode. He's Mr. Cool and Collected. He doesn't. I wonder if he's just going to go for one and done run. Maybe he hasn't got the tyres. I must mention this, of course, in Q3 you do get a new set of soft compound tyres. It kind of encourages people to go out for at least one run, didn't they? Of course, when this concept was first set up with knockout qualifying, some of the midfield teams that scraped through, the likes of Toro Rosso, the likes of McLaren, they used to use up all their soft set of compound tyres just to get there, and then they didn't have enough tyres to go out and actually do a run. So yeah, that's a fantastic, that was a really good idea, wasn't it, from the FIA there? It really is. Yellow flag in 2, and that's Fizzy there, who's had a problem. He's had a major problem. He's unfortunately invalidated us up there, so Fizzy is going to have to go around again now. Here comes Roscoe. He ain't going to be too worried about that one iota, and he's doing it. Wow. Roscoe's time there was in the 14s. I gotta say, that's a world record, isn't it? Well, he's done an 18.935. But I think I'm a bit out of sync, kid, with Ross. So unfortunately there, well, Roscoe in the 18s. That's a fantastic time there from Roscoe. Brilliant stuff. Brown has improved his time, and he's now been the 6th fastest. So a much better time there for Brown. I wonder what Fizzy's doing. Is he going to? He's doing a bit. I wonder if he's doing a bit of harvesting here. Maxi's out on track as well. So they're coming thick and fast now, aren't they? Here comes Fizzy then, as he is now start. He is. I think he's preparing. He is preparing for a lap. Here we go. Then we're on board with the Alfa Romeo driver. Coming through the final turn now, and he's now turning up the years then, and we're about to see something quite electric. I have no doubt about that. He's in 8th position at the moment. So far then, we've only got 3 drivers in the 18th at the moment. Those are the 2 Racing Points and Roscoe. Fantastic times out there, isn't it? Matt is on a 19-1 at the moment, and a 19-1 there for Timmy. Matt and Timmy are nip and tuck there, isn't they? Remember, they got a bit too close in Australia, didn't they? Hopefully they don't get too close here today. There's a yellow flag in one. I think it's one of the McLaren's just getting out of the way of Maxi, who's out on track at the moment. 5.5 minutes to go then in this session. So yeah, so this is where we separate the men from the boys, so to speak, isn't it? Car 14 is Fizzy there. That's quite apt, isn't it? Because Fernando Alonso, Spanish's hero, used to race a car 14, didn't he, between 2014 to 18. So it kind of Fizzy there replicate what Fernando Alonso used to replicate back in Spain all those years ago. He is now in the final section there. Oh, Maxi's gone. That's a big smash there. That's a huge smash there. Where is it? Oh, it's right in the middle of the track as well. He's ripped off the corner of the Red Bull. That is it for Maxi. He'll be 10th. T. Sammy will be 9th there. The 2X elite drivers are going to be sharing the 5th row there. Good stuff indeed there from our point of view, isn't it? What about Fizzy? He is coming to the line now. Fizzy goes into 4th fastest. A brilliant time there from Fizzy. Once again, just a whisker outside of the 18s at the moment. So I wonder if Fizzy might. Has he got time to come in and come back out? I gotta say, it's gonna be tight, isn't it? Very tight. Here comes Timmy then. Timmy then is now he's gambled her. He's committed early. Timmy has, hasn't he? And he's coming down the back straight once again then. And you can see a lot of Fly Emirates signs out here today, isn't there? I hope if anyone's going on holiday has a lovely. Oh dear! And Timmy there is getting very, very flighty on the rear there, isn't he? Fly Emirates will be loving that as he comes into the. He's 3,000 sort of second down in the first sector. That is literally nothing, is it? That's exactly the same there, isn't it? It's remember breaking down there from 200 miles an hour into turn 1 there. Absolutely, it's incredible, isn't it? How you break down there. It's almost inch perfect there, isn't it? It's incredible stuff. It really is. I'm not making much sense, but this is making much sense. Incredible stuff from the rear wing view there. Oh, and that's an Alfa Romeo there, just get out of the way there. And that's Fizzy incredibly in 4th position mode. Timmy is in 6th position. He's got 0.2 of a second up in the second sector. He's also gone purple as well, hasn't he, in the second sector? Purple means fastest overall. Oh wow, it's like a roller coaster coaster ride, isn't it? And now he's coming into the final sector now. Now he's dropping down then into a fourth gear. And then we're coming into the tight chicane. And lovely shot here from the nose cone of the McLaren. Accelerates the way down nice. Does well go too wide. He's got a bit wide there. He's taking a bit of the grass there as well. He's run out the deployment. Timmy has. He comes to the line now. And where does he go? He goes second fastest. Oh my goodness me. 500ths of a second separates himself and Steve, who is, I think he's just emerging from the pits. He is just emerging from the pits there. Wow. Good stuff there from Timmy. Then, my goodness me, that is a fantastic time, a fantastic effort, wasn't it? He was living on the seat of his pants there, wasn't he? That was an incredible drive there from Timmy. What a lap! Here comes Sven. Then, of course, Sven had a bit of an adventurous first lap there. What about his second lap then? As he comes into turn 1 there, and now it's turn 2. The driver turn 2 likes to spit you off on the inside barrier there, doesn't it? So you don't want to be too far across on that piece of tarmac then. And now he's coming up and he is 3/10 of a second down. And a bit of a leisurely start to this lap there from Sven at the moment then. He is in 8th position and he has a 7/10 deficit between himself and Brown. As we got to McLaren there just slow now. I wonder if Timmy, he's got 2 minutes. He hasn't got enough time to come in and come back out, has he? So I think Timmy's going to, I wonder if Timmy might harvest and go again then. I think Sven there is probably going to abandon this lap and then just try again perhaps. As Asdog there, who's on a lap as well, or he was on a lap, but he's just well, he's very low on fuel, Asdog is, isn't he? But he's gone up to second, so I have completely missed that. And so how is he squeezed in between Steve and Timmy? I have no idea. My goodness me, it's very cozy at the top there now, isn't it? Listen to this, 18-7, 18-7, 18-7. That is incredible stuff there. And I got to really get on my toes, don't I? We was watching Sven there have a bit of a difficult start to his lap. And unbeknownst to us, Asdog is somehow squeezed in between Steve and Timmy. My goodness me, as I said, it is very cushy up there at the moment, isn't it? Wow. So, yeah, so it's 200 a second separates Steve and Asdog at the moment. 500 a second separates Timmy and Steve. Wow. And here's Steve. He's still got one more round the back. Asdog's done for today. He's on the front row of the grid. Fantastic. Timmy is in first position. We're going to see Timmy and Steve and Asdog battle for the race win again. I hope so. It's fantastic. Don't rule out Asdog. Don't rule out Fizzy, Matt, Brown, all Sven. All them guys have still got a time to come in this session. And who is going to be on pole position? We know that unfortunately Timmy Timmy might be on a lap actually. He's on a lap. He is on a lap. So Timmy is on a lap. He is right behind. So do not, unfortunately, we have to count how Asdog is. He has done his lap. He is somehow squeezed into second position there. It's an all Force India, or should I say Racing Point, or is it Aston Martin? Who knows? It's all we know is that the Pink Panthers are on the front row of the grid. Here comes Steve. He goes on pole position once again at 18.459. Fantastic. Timmy goes into he goes into third fast, and then Roscoe is in the middle sector. We got Fizzy, who is just started his lap, so he left it as late as possible, didn't he? Brown there's on the back straight. Here comes Sven, and he's a 10th of a second down the final sector. Sven is. I'm thinking that Sven is didn't get a very clean lap in there at all, did he? Unfortunately for Sven's point of view, which yeah, that's a shame. Now he really could have possibly had a better run there, but Sven is still in 8th position there, so that's still a good innings, isn't it? Innings, I can't say it. Asdog is second, Sven is 8th. That's all we know so far. Here comes Roscoe. He's come up to the line then, and Roscoe goes. The suspense. Where is he? I think he is still. He's second fastest. He has gone into an 18.6 there, Roscoe has. Wow, my goodness. Timmy is going to be 4th for the end. What about Fizzy? Fizzy's come through. Here comes Matt. Matt has got up the front. This is amazing qualifying session. Absolutely amazing stuff. There comes up Timmy, who finishes up. Brown has had it up, and Fizzy's gone right into the gravel. He's in the wall. He's in the Tech Pro barriers there, and it's not Tech Pro, but he is in the tyres. He's in the tyres, and Fizzy there. Unfortunately, he is that is it for Fizzy then. So Steve, 3 in a row. He's on a hat trick there. Steve is on pole position then for the Spanish Grand Prix. Epic, absolutely epic, fantastic stuff from Steve, and 3 for 3 then. So well, nicely done there. Really good stuff indeed. Fizzy there is checking out the barriers, isn't he? doing some donuts then, and I gotta say, he's also showing us a beautiful aerial shot here of the old track as well. Then, of course, then Fizzy ain't gonna be absolutely remotely interested in these tires anymore. As they have finished their done, and he is coming into the pits now as well. Then, so. I gotta say then, we had a couple of hard luck stories there, didn't we? Brown and Sven and Fizzy. I don't think they got a representative final time in there, did they? They could have gone quicker, I feel. Timmy in 5th position. The end. He was in 2nd position or 3rd at one stage. Asdog is from 2nd to 4th, and Matt is moved up to 3rd. Roscoe 2nd, Steve 3rd. How do you like that for your grid? And Sven there is just having an enjoyable session out there, then. So we're just on board with Sven then. I think Sven has finished his qualifying time, so I don't think he can improve anymore. He can't improve anymore, as we got Dave, who of course in the comment section, evening Sean, good luck lads. Yes, and I gotta say that was an absolutely incredible qualifying session there. Look, 1/10 of a second separates Steve and Roscoe in the end, and Matt, my goodness me, a whisker. So Steve on pole position for the 3rd time in this season. Fantastic stuff. I was saying about Jonathan Cox in the build-up there, but we might have another qualifying specialist in Steve there. Roscoe 2nd, Matt in 3rd position. Now I gotta say, this grid is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Pick them up, and if you wanted to line them up, if you actually want to line them up in order you do it on purpose, then I gotta say, this is how you would line them up. Asdog 4th, Timmy 5th, Fizzy 6th, Brown and Sven 7th from 8th. The former elite drivers at 9th and 10th then. Beautiful, it really is. And Dave there is good evening, Sean, and good luck, lads. There. So Dave has gone for 3 times a charm as well in the old comic section as well. Then, right. So this is an absolute this is like an interval at the moment. So this is an absolutely beautiful opportunity for anyone who's watching to grab a glass of. Oh my goodness me! I was going to say water. There's a lot of water coming from the sky, isn't there? And wow! Oh wow! I got to say, I didn't even think about the weather. Weather. We usually Jonathan Cox is our tech Pravix there, isn't he? But of course, he does drive on Wednesday nights now. This is Thursday. This is Super, and it's also going to be a wet Super race as well, like last year in Super. Remember, Jonathan walked on water in that race, but this season it's anyone's ball game, isn't it? Wow! And as the session starts in just a few moments, then this is going to be absolutely. David said this is going to be absolute carnage. T Sammy for the win. Then, of course, T Sammy down in 9th position, of course, after the qualifying ban, and we're just going to get ready for the race in a minute. And of course, we're just going to go on the formation lap, and let's see how wet it is out there. Oh dear, what am I doing now? Just taking a look. Oh, it's the intermediate tyres then for these drivers then. So yeah, so of course we were talking about strategy in Q2. Well, that's all out the window as well. So ignore all that what we said in Q2, because the weather conditions have changed. We have got a sprinkling of rain here in Spain, and the brollies are up around Spain as well. Then of course we had a couple of wet races in Spain, haven't we? Of course, I think everyone remembers the '96 race, wasn't it, where Michael Schumacher was absolutely incredible. I talked about Jonathan Cox in Super last season here, but I think he took inspiration from that Schumacher drive. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Anyway, enough about Formula 1 and yesteryear. It's all about the here and now. And let's go through the grid, shall we, from front to back. 33 laps around the Spanish Grand Prix. We had absolutely cracker last night in Elite. We're going to have the same here tonight. Wow, well, this is going to be brilliant. Let's go through the grid then. Pole position for the 3rd time this season is Steve. Fantastic stuff. Roscoe's chilling in the midfield. Oh dear, there's also shenanigans already on the formation lap. Roscoe is 2nd at the moment now on the grid. 3rd position is Matt. 4th position is Asdog, and if we do have a safety car, let's hope it's a bit more, or have a bit more decorum about it. Asdog in 4th position. We have a beautiful beautiful picture of a war here. That's Timmy in 5th position. 6th position is Fizzy. Brown is in 7th position. Then we've got Sven Sven in 8th. T Sammy in 9th position. That is Dave has thrown the hat in the ring already, and he thinks it's T Sammy. And who would bet against T Sammy? 10th is Maxi. Harry is in 11th position. Hog is in 12th position. Snap using the old part of the track there because he's a bit like me. He's a traditionalist, I think. 14th position is Woody. Double in 15th position. We got Penny in 16th. 17th is Broke Gorilla. Hopefully he'll have a better race than qualifying. He doesn't want to end up upside down again, but with these weather conditions, anything can happen. And 18th is PB then. So as so now then, here we go then. This is the car before the storms that are just on board then with Roscoe. Actually, he's the last car. He's second on the grid. Well, Roscoe's decided to park at the I don't know what I'm seeing here. I think that I'm completely out of sync with Roscoe. So yeah, ignore Roscoe's right at the back there. Right then, we are just waiting for Roscoe is right. Roscoe, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we got 4, 5. We're waiting for the lights to go out. He'll be racing in Spain. Now we have got a rain in Spain then, and Steve gets away well. So does Matt. So and Steve up into first position. Oh, we got cars in the back already. That is a stop already in there. Oh dear, that's another one. Who's that? That's Roscoe. I'm not even sure what I'm seeing here, but Roscoe is right at the back of the field. Then Snap is on the pole and start. He's trying right down there, and still that's a McLaren. That's a McLaren off in the background. Who is it? Oh, there's Carnage in the second sector. Brown has got. Oh my goodness me! And there's all sorts of shenanigans going on. Brown is spinning around. He's doing a Kylie Minogue impression. Timmy is trying to get himself back on the circuit. So it's a terrible start. Roscoe, I don't know what's going on with Roscoe's car, but he was right at the back. He was spinning around. And now Timmy there is down in 18th position. As Dave was exactly right. Carnage, my goodness me, a safety car. We didn't even get around the fourth corner here. But let's take a look to see what is going on in this race. Then Steve is still maintained his lead. Then second position is Aston. He's up 2 positions. Matt is up third. Is up his third position. We got Fizzy. Then we got Sven. We got Max in 6th position. Woody 7. Broke is up 9 positions. My goodness me, he's took off like a scolding cat. He's damaged the Mercedes, so Penny as well. He's just followed his teammate through in 9th position. T Sammy's dropped down 1 position. He is in at 10th position as it stands at the moment. Then, and he's got damage. He's got damage. Hog is in 11th position. Then we got double PB, Harry, Snap, Brown, Timmy, and Roscoe. And Dave just said he called it. Well, he absolutely did call it. I've got to say, I wasn't expecting. We was expecting Carnage, but I don't think we expected that early on. Anyway, so they just come through then to complete. Let's see who is coming into the pits. Then T Sammy has damage on the Toro Rosso. Is he going to come in the pits? The championship leader is in the pits. Then in the pits is also Maxi as well. So both elite drivers are coming in the pits. Roscoe is taking the lead of the Spanish Grand Prix. I don't think he has, but yeah, that's what it's saying on the tower on the left hand side. Then Maxi's in the pits then, so you can see the red board changing the wing, then changing the nose cone on the red board. Then he's on the fresh set of intermediate tires. He's out now. Harry has retired from the session. What is going on there on board? He's in the middle of the track. Harry's in the middle of the track. We got all sorts going on, and doubles damaged the car in the Haas. Oh my goodness me, there's all sorts going on here, and Harry is out of this race. I don't know what's going on under the safety car, but that is not good at all. T Sammy coming out. We was watching what's going on in the pit lane, and Harry's car there is just on the exit of the pit lane here. We'll see it. Hopefully, it's there it is, and hopefully they let him through. Then look, we got cars, and yeah, now he goes through. But that is a shame now for Harry. It really is. Getting taken out into the safety car. I think similar to what happened between Webber and Vettel, wasn't it? And that was the sign of things to come. We have no idea what happened there, though. But all we know is the double has got no front wing at all there. Look, there's the Haas there. No front wing there. So that's going to be a pit stop for double. And we're on board then with the Haas driver now. And you can see them as they're all bunching up now. So anyone who had damage, I think, did come in the pits, and it's kind of a no-brainer, really, isn't it? Especially with the wet weather around here, it is going to be a tough old race, isn't it? Spain there is all about the car setup, isn't it? It's about the aerodynamics. It's just about having like just making sure that you have. Oh, sorry, that's Roscoe, who's I'm not even sure what's going on with Roscoe's car, but all we know is that he is really having an interesting race so far, isn't he, Roscoe? He parked in the wrong position. He did the best impression of Fisichella, didn't he, in the in the warm-up lap? and into the pits there comes Double as well. And Matt, no, I think Fizzy's in the pits as well. Hog is in the pits there, so we've got some pit action on the second lap here in the safety car, and I'm not sure if the rain is getting heavier or what, but this is going to be interesting indeed then. So into the pits then comes Fizzy, into the pits comes Hog, into the pits comes Double as well then. Let's see then, let's see what's going on then. There's damage to the nose cone of Fizzy, and he is coming out now in the I think the Hog is into the pits as well, as Double also being his nose cone is changed as well then. So we're on lap 3 of the Spanish Grand Prix. We've had the safety car out for basically 95% of the race then, and for 95% of the race then, and we've had carnage. We've had carnage, haven't we? And PB has had a severe collision, and I'm not sure what's going on here, but there's a lot of collisions behind the safety car. Now we've had PB who's gone into Timmy, I think it was. So these guys are really struggling at their safety car. Is the conditions absolutely too appalling out there to drive in a safety car, perhaps? It's only, it's only light rain out there, so I don't know. It's really difficult to work out what's going on out there. Dave just asked, is Ross drunk? I don't know. I suppose you could have a bevy or two, isn't it? We don't encourage drink or driving here. So, yeah, I think I'm not sure what's going on with Roscoe. Really, he's all over the show, isn't he? And he was on the front row of the grid, wasn't he? But we also see in qualifying that he was in a completely different zone to where I was, wasn't he? Because when we was on board with him, he was crossing the line when he was doing 114s. So I'm not sure if he's near. Oh my goodness me! Safety cars in the end of that. We'll keep it. Well, I don't know what Roscoe's up to, but we'll leave him spinning around. He's on the grass now as well. I don't know what's going on with Roscoe's car. Anyway, the safety car is in then. So this is going to get very, very tasty indeed then. So we've got both racing points then, who are leading the pack then, with Matt in third. Sven is in fourth position. Fantastic. We're go. He's left him. Seamus left him in his wake. Incredible stuff. He's left him in his spray. So here we go then. This is our first bit of racing action then. So as we come down the hill then, Roscoe's back up in the lead. Fantastic stuff from Roscoe. Just having a quick look up and down the field then. We have got all sorts going on there. Is no one can overtake there, of course, until they start finish line, and everyone is through. Timmy is in the pit, and so is PB as well. That's a shame then. And Steve there has had a fantastic safety car start. He really judged that absolutely to perfection there. Brilliant stuff as well. Maxi is... Oh, Penny has damaged the car! Someone's gone into him! Who went into him? It's a car just around the corner. Oh my goodness, Risa Williams is Brown has gone into Penny! And that is a lot of damage on the Williams there. There is drama after drama in this race. Incredible stuff here in Spain. Oh my goodness me. Penny, who's had a cracking start, is now down in the 40th position. Brown, who's had a strong race as well. It's all gone off here, hasn't it? Asdog there is struggling to come out of turn 8 there, isn't he? And he's really struggling, isn't he? Matt there is keeping tabs on him. We've got Sven, Woody, Broke Gorilla there, who that's Maxi there having a bit of a swapper on T. Sammy, who's I think he's at a pit stop. So is Maxi. There's 7th and 8th for the mode. Incredible stuff here, isn't it? And so they're all starters. Hopefully we'll have a lap of calmness in a minute, but I highly doubt it in these conditions at the moment. It has been absolutely chaotic, to say the least. Here comes Steve then. Remember, Steve had 3 pole positions this season now, hasn't he? He's had a fantastic start to the season, hasn't he? Can he get this elusive win though? And so far this season, it's been safety cars of all sorts. Broke Gorilla is dropped down into 8th position there. Is dropped down to 7th position as Maxi has moved up into 6th position. Then we're on board T. Salmon. This is the wet weather master, isn't it? This is the rain master. We're on board with him at the moment then as they come down into turn 1 then. Penny is in the pits then for... Oh, Brown! Oh, my goodness me! And T. Salmon there having to take evasive action there because Broke Gorilla really struggling there on the traction at that Mercedes. Now T. Salmon is getting in behind him as well. He's going to go up the inside, but Broke Gorilla swoops through, takes his line, and is still in 7th position. But look, there's a queue because Fizzy is all over him as well then. As battling away for 7th and 8th position then. Into the pits then comes... Comes Brown in Penny, who is at 60% of motion. I think we also seen someone else in the pits a lot before, but I can't remember who that was, to be honest. We've had all sorts of pit activity. Oh my goodness me, Broke Gorilla is under. Oh my, he's right under the car chute at the moment, isn't he? On board there with the man. He's the chocolate Brown, and then Broke Gorilla's gone off the track then, and now Fizzy is all over the back. Oh, who is that? We'll have a look at that in a minute, because on the inside, Fizzy dives down the inside. Takes 7th position. Is Mexico go up and under? Not quite. Now this is the Bayou. This is Fed and Woody. It's great. This is really good racing so far. Well, the last lap or two has been anyway. A safety car racing wasn't exactly pristine out there, was it? As they was all running into each other. Lap 5 in this incredible race. And 6, I should say. Steve is flying out there. He's got a 3-second gap already. Fantastic stuff. As he completes lap 5 there. Now we got Sven, Woody, and Maxi also battling away. Fizzy is got in front of T. Sammy. Broke Gorilla's got snapped behind him as well. He is snapping out his heel snap is as they come down the hill into turn 1 then as Max there is too far back at the moment. And the question is now about these weather conditions: is it going to be a wet race all the way through, or is there going to be some sunshine, or is it going to get worse before it gets better here? I think that I'd like to see more. I'd like to see it dry up, because that's what a good race is, when we have a bit of variable. Sammy going on the inside of the turn 4. Fizzy is on the outside. He's hanging out there. He went on the inside of turn 5. He does have the inside of turn 5, but Sammy is like this. Is incredible racing. Maxi and Woody are also side by side up the road as well. Fizzy is back into 7th position. Oh, Maxi's got off the track there. Oh my goodness me, and Woody swoops by and takes 5th position. Absolutely incredible stuff here in Spain. Back on board then. Oh, what, someone's off. Who's off in the background there? I think it's Broke Gorilla. Broke Gorilla has had a problem. He's had a problem in the Mercedes. He's dropped right down the order. He's lost the hole. He's lost the hole for a rig. Sven, that's not what we want to see. We want to see this one. And it is Sven and Woody, and Maxi's moved up into 4th position. If you remember, he has got the freshest intermediate tyres on, only by a lap, but that lap could have paid dividends later on in this race. I have no doubt about that. Any advantage in F1 is a good advantage, isn't it? And I tell you, somebody's got an advantage at the moment. 3.4 seconds is the advantage between Steve and Asdog as they cover through to complete lap 6 then. And this is Sven and Woody. They're getting very much elbows out there, wasn't it? Getting very intense between each other. T. Salmon there is currently in 9th position at the moment, isn't he? He is the wet weather master, so keep an eye on this. He is very much twinkle toes when it really gets into when the chips are down. Now Sven is being pressured by his teammate. Car 14 is Fizzy. And Fizzy, of course, is the second man in this run in order to make a stop, isn't he? And T-Sammy haven't looked. And these two were side by side last last lap. And Timmy is at the fast lap of the race there. Timmy down in 13th position at the moment. Timmy is strong with the luck at the moment, isn't he? In the McLaren, I was going to say Mercedes. The Mercedes pit crew are in the pits and working away on Broke Gorilla's car. Broke Gorilla has to stay on the intermediate tyres at the moment, because this is what the weather is like as it stands at the moment. That is the question, though. What is the weather going to do in this event? It's going to be very much. It could be very much driven. Oh, it's Sven there, just drifted right there. No, it is Sven. Sorry, Sven there just drifted right there. Now Fizzy is up in his 6th position, and look behind, because Sven. Oh no, Sven there has gone right into his teammate. The teammates are class. Fizzy and Sven is class there, and Fizzy, I would be absolutely furious. I'm not sure it's Sven there. I think he must have just misjudged his braking point. He just flew it there. There was no attempt. I don't think there was any attempt there at taking the position there. I think Sven there just misjudged his braking point and has gone into and they've just gone into the side of Fizzy. Fizzy's got damage to screen. That has allowed T. Sammy through. Maxi has set the fast lap of the race then. Oh dear, that's not at all good there for the Alfa Romeo team. They're self-destructed there down in turn 10, I think it was. That is such a shame there from Fizzy, because as we said just before that incident, that Fizzy was the second man in this queue that this was on the fresh set of Inter tyres. Unfortunately now that is not. Unfortunately now he is the third man, but he's got damage on the car, and that is going to absolutely compromise. He's going to have a lot of understeer there in the Alfa Romeo. Remember, Snap then, he was having a look on the inside of Sven. Sven really struggling there, wasn't he? Of course, he lost a lot of traction out of turn 9, and then In turn 10, he just misjudged his braking point, but that was not a good part of the race there at all. There from the Alfa Romeo driver. Now we got Snap and we got Hog, who are battling away for 8th, 9th, and 10th position. Then, and this could get very intense indeed. Remember, all these guys are in the points at the moment as well. Snap has got a lap younger than Sven, and Hog has got 2 laps younger than Sven. Then, so as we said, their tyre life could be crucial in this race there as well. And if it carries on raining, then what about the strategies? Then we're going to stay out on the intermediate tyres throughout the race, because because in the wet weather race, then all the tyre rules get thrown out the window. You can do exactly what you want, really. Of course, in a dry race, you have to use 2 types of compound tyres, whether it's the soft, the medium, and the hard. 2 of those 3 compounds must be used. In the wet weather conditions, you can use whatever tyres you want, and that is an absolutely incredible bit of drift there from Snap. Whoa, I think he just showed off a bit there, isn't he? A bit of drifting style there from a Snap. Beautiful, it really is. T. Sammy has now started to really turn up the wick there, hasn't he, in the Toro Rosso? Watch him fly now. He is only 1.5 seconds behind Woody, and he could potentially become a 4 in the side there from Woody in the Haas there. I've got to say, Woody's doing a good job as well this season. He's done, of course, the Haas team overall have done brilliantly, haven't they? Really good stuff there from Haas. I think up until Azerbaijan, they were the team that were just very consistent scoring points. Unfortunately, it was a double DNF in Azerbaijan a week ago, but yeah, they're back within the points, and Woody is on course for a potential 10 points. Double is not in the points as it stands yet, but there's a long way to go. Harry is retired from the session, and of course Harry was taken out under the safety car. I think he was anyway. Well, something went on under the safety car which caused his car to retire, and so something did go really badly wrong in that safety car period. Sven has had a real bad exit coming out of turn 8, and well, we got a yellow flag in the back. Exhaust. Hog is off there. He's damaged the car. Hog has damaged the car. Snap is all over the back there. We've also got Woody and T-Sam. We've got a safety car. It is for Hog. It is for Hog. He's trying to recover, and he comes back on the track in front of Ross. Go, and he's going to have to come in the pits for that, but we've got a safety car. Oh, Snap has gone straight into the back of Sven, and Fizzy's got a drive-through penalty there for speed and under the safety car. My goodness me, there's chaos in this race. Into the pits is the race leader. Race leader is in the pits, so Steeder, remember, he was caught up on a safety car last time out. This time he is in the pits. That's telling me that we're having a wet race all the way through then. So he's in the pits then. He's got to put on a fresh set of intermediate tyres then. Anyone else joining him? We have Woody in the pits. We have Fizzy in the pits. We have Sven in the pits as well, as Sven is coming in to repair the damage there on that Alfa Romeo. And Maxi and T. Salmon there are just climbing the order very under the radar to them two, aren't they? So we're keeping on there. And oh no, the Alfa Romeo does it. And Hog is retired from the race. Hog is out. Where's he gone? We're on board. And he's in the wall. He's done a cool fart. He's in the wall. He's in the wall in the pit entry there. Oh my goodness me. Hog's heart will be plunged into his boots there. He is out of the Spanish Grand Prix. He's gone in the wall. And this is very dangerous times there for the drivers coming in the pits then. And we mentioned about it in qualifying, didn't we, that we've got to be careful coming in the pits there. But my goodness me, the Ferrari driver, who again in qualifying is absolutely fantastic, but the race is just not coming to him at the moment, is it? Williams mechanics are out and they are ready to receive a PB who comes in the pits. And it's a strategic. Oh, he's got a 5-second penalty at the moment. Well, taking out the safety car, you virtually get no penalty at all, really, do you? So, so PB they're doing very good stuff to. Very good job there to take his penalty down. So lap 10, we're not even further way through this race yet, and it has been it's been absolutely manic. Asdog, Matt, Maxi, T. Sammy, Steve, Double, Woody, Fizzy, Timmy, Sven. That is your point score at the moment. We have Snap in 11th. We have Roscoe, who's all over the show in 12th position. I'm not really sure where he is at the moment, apart from he's in the Toro Rosso, but that's about all I know, really. And no, this is interesting. And so Asdog is staying out on track, but we got a pitter. Who is Maxi into the pits then? So this is interesting stuff. Is Maxi coming in because is he damaged the car, or is he coming in to change tyres then? As David just asked, what is safety car out? Is unfortunately Hog half spun it on his way up to turn 8, turn 7 and 8, the fast chicane before the infamous turn 9, and he calls the safety car there, and then unfortunately Hogg then crashed into the pit lane and into the pit entry and retired from this race there, which is a major blow there for the Ferrari driver. Absolutely, what a shame there. Of course, Dave and Hogg were former teammates, weren't they? And of course, and that'd be, I think, Dave would be almost as disappointed as Hogg would be about that. So that's a shame there for the Ferrari guys then. And but they can bounce back there, of course. So this is only round 5 out of. Only round 5 out of out of 21. That's it. And you can see it's getting very tight. And also McLaren steaming through there. And I think that was Timmy there. We're watching Roscoe, who is now being shown as in 3rd position at the moment. Whether he is in 3rd position, I have no idea then. But you can see then this is T. Salmon, the championship leader. He before the safety car came out, he was really starting to unwind, wasn't he? He was really starting to put the hammer down, wasn't he? And really showing some pace there. Steve is just, remember, he has fitted a new set of intermediate tyres, so he will have the he will have fresher intermediate tyres, of course, which will give him more grip there, isn't it? That I think is more for later on in the race as well, isn't it? And remember that this wet weather. How long is this wet weather going to be lasting around for? Is the question there. We're still waiting for that magical message that says safety car is in this lap. It's not in this lap at the moment, so we're just on board with Azzo, who is the race here. The man who won in Azerbaijan just over a week's time is leading the Spanish Grand Prix. Him and Matt have got 10 lap old intermediate tyres, haven't they? This is a replay from Baku. This is what we want to see, isn't it? This is going to be good stuff indeed. And remember, as Roscoe's in the pits, and remember, of course, that this is gloves off this time, isn't it? There is no tyre advantage, is it? This is about who is the quickest man on this day. As into the pits, there comes Roscoe then, so he's going to pits, and the question is he going to change his wing? Because I think he only had a half a wing there. Also in the pits is Brown as well then. So yes, he is changing the wing. He's going on the intermediate tyres, and of course there's no question about the tyre, which tyres are going at the moment, because the Williams and the Toro Rosso, they're very close there. And also Brown is in the pits as well. There's a lot of strategical calls going on here at the moment, so we've got a bit of a mixed bag, not in terms of the type of tyre, but in terms of the wear out there, isn't it? So we've got Asdog and Matt, who have been on the same compound intermediate tyres all the way through. Oh, I think it's stopped raining out there. Sorry, I was taken back by that. I'm sorry about that, guys. I was completely surprised. It stopped raining out there. This is incredible stuff. So I was talking about my pulled an absolute blinder out there. Remember T. Sammy, of course, who was who's also got 10 up owed into the tyre as well, but remember he came in the pits earlier on because of damage. So yeah, the rain has stopped, so anyone that is coming in the pits for fresh intermediate tyres, that advantage ain't going to last too much longer. So Steve once again in a race there, a safety car possibly might have cost him a race win here. Oh my goodness me, safety cars at the other side. We got Maxi and Snap there, who are very interested in each other at the moment, as they're just coming down now into turn into out of the back straight then. So now Asdog is the pace car, so to speak, as Bernd Mailander zooms off then. And look at that, it has stopped raining. There's a bit of sunshine in the sky, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Oh, 5-second penalty. Double and Woody have come to blows. And that's 2 Haas drivers that have also come to blows. Well, that's damage there. Oh dear, Matt there is taking the lead. He has, and Asdog is slowing the cars right down indeed then. He is his prerogative, so to speak, is it, to manage the pace then. When's he going to go? He absolutely did a brilliant job, didn't he, in the first safety car start. And here we go, we're waiting for it to come. There they are, and we're back racing here in Spain then. Asdog leads, Matt second, third position is T. Sammy. Then we got Steve double, followed by Woody, Fizzy, and Timmy. Then 9th and 10th is Sven and Snap. They come down into turn 1 now then. And 7/10 of a second, the gap is then Asdog and Steve. We've got Maxi and Snap there who are battling away. And here they come then. We've also got Woody there who's dropping down. What is going on there? And it is Woody who's staying in front. Fizzy there who came in the pits, but unfortunately didn't get his wing change, which I think was, he probably wanted his wing change. Timmy's gone up and under. That's an absolutely beautiful positioning of his car there. Fizzy is staying on the outside, but Fizzy, Timmy there turning in, trying to counter the slide there, isn't he? This is brilliant race again there. Fizzy's been involved in some incredible battles, hasn't he, so far? Him and T. Sammy, now Timmy and himself. Timmy has gone on the outside, but Fizzy is not giving up. He's not giving him any inches. brilliant driving there from both drivers. Back on board, T-Sammy Fizzy there has to make way there. I think it's due to the damage to the car. Oh, Timmy's had a bit of a squirm on there, hasn't he? And look at Broke Gorilla just drifting around there. Roscoe is coming through as well in the Toro Rosso, where Broke Gorilla there, who's getting very lively at the back. Then both Williams are 15th and 16th. Oh, and that's Alstock, who is just taking a trip across the paint now, but Alstock has still got the advantage at the moment. Look at this queue. Oh, this is going to be good indeed then. Also we got Double, who is 2 seconds back then, so we've got a bit of a 2-car race now. We've got the top 4, Alstock, Matt, T, Sammy and Steve. Then it is Double, Woody, into the yellow flag. We got a yellow flag out there. What's going on? Oh, it's Penny who's got off the track there. Alstock is in the pits already. Is that too early? Is he going on the dry compound tyres? I can't believe that. Is he going on the dry compound tyres? I mean, look at this. T-Sammy is going for the lead here in Spain then. But Matt is just keeping his line there, and he is on his way, isn't he? Just taking a look. He's on the hard tyres. Alstock has got on the hard tyres. Double's on the hard tyres as well. That might be the call of the race, but there's a lot of spray out on track at the moment. There really is. So I'm wondering if it might be too early. Possibly. But what do I know? I'm just a ginger. And just a ginger in the commentary box as we come down the hill again and complete the first sector then. And Fizzy, who's dropped down the order. I think Fizzy's having a nightmare at the race at the moment, isn't he? Alstock is... Look at this, we're on board there. Alstock is very treacherous on that. We'll keep an eye on Alstock and Double. Yellow flag in 2. That's... Whoa. Oh, that's a Mercedes who's taking the long way around turn 4. My goodness me. Where's Double? And he's staying out of the way that Brokers. Alstock, what is he doing? We're on board with Alstock then. He's keeping pace with Fizzy at the moment. Remember, Fizzy does have a damaged front wing. Snap is Sven. Sven is pointing the wrong way. Oh my goodness me. There's a bit of a gap there, but they're going to have an almighty surprise there. Sven there is just trying to come back on track there. Fizzy is just going to see his teammate just down the road there. Timmy is also... I'm all over the show. Sorry, guys. Maxi has dropped down into 5th position there. I think Maxi is... I'm not sure if Maxi just overtook someone there. And Fizzy's also dropped behind Sven as well. Just taking a look to see what the hard compound tyres. DR's been enabled. Timmy is... This might be perfect. This might be perfect. Then Roscoe's in the pits as well. This is good. And Barrett then. So this is an incredible race there, isn't it? We got PB. We got Fizzy. Fizzy's coming in the pits as well. So I reckon that Alstock in Double. Absolutely incredible field there in their cars, hasn't he? As and Timmy's got on the soft tyres there in the McLaren end. So he's in and out. 5 tenths per second the gap is now. This is going to be interesting, isn't it? So Timmy will be the... Is he going for the first round? No, because it's Alstock there. He felt the conditions were right, and he is absolutely judged that to absolute perfection there. Alstock has brilliant stuff. Timmy is in second, not in position, I should say. Roscoe on the hard tyres, Double on the hard tyres as well. We got Brown, who's on the soft tyres, medium tyres. There's a mixed bag out there. We got medium tyres there for Broke Gorilla. No, it's hard tyre. So the guys at the front then, they're going to have a lot extra on the intermediate tyres. So it's Matt, T. Sammy, Steve, Woody, Matt and Snap and PB are all on the intermediate tyres. So then we've got Alstock and Timmy, and the next group of cars are all on dry tyres. As Maxi is past, Woody is wow, he is right off the track there, and very close to stop there. Stop there is just is that Woody's got a problem? Woody's got a think that is not a good problem at all there from Woody. He's struggling. Is there? I'm not sure what's going on with Woody's car. That is not a good problem. That is a bad problem indeed for Woody. And I'm wondering if there's a problem with his steering wheel or stuff like that. But he's dropping down the order really badly there. There must be a technical failure there. Into the pits comes Matt then Hill. Red Bull mechanics against Wood. He's on the medium compound tyre then. So Red Bull, fantastic. Virtual safety car. Broke Gorilla is out of the race and he's gone right off the track in the first sector there. Broke Gorilla is caused a virtual safety. This is going to hand the race, I think, to Matt. Matt is going to take the lead because look, they're not going as quickly coming down. Woody's out of the race as well. This is going to be close as well. Where's Alstock? Alstock is up in the second position, or is he? Look at this, they're nipping tuck going in through it. Alstock swoops up in the second position. That virtual safety car is, I think, has handed the advantage there to Matt and to T7. They have done a great job there. The virtual safety cars for them guys. Wow. And, snap again a bit. wobbly there. Fizzy there is just coming down the hill now. Sorry, coming down the start finish straight. PB out of the pits as well. So we've lost Woody and Broke Gorilla in that interval. Yeah, that safety, that virtual safety car really helped Matt, didn't he? Really helped Matt in terms of keeping the lead there. That was absolutely, that is exactly what I want. Darth Naval, we're back racing. But look at this, Asdog is running. He's got those tires up to temperature there. We got a yellow flag on the start finish straight. I think that was for Woody. And yeah, so Asdog has got these tires up to temperature. He knows where the grip is. Does Matt do as well? He needs to find the grip and get the temperature up as quickly as possible. This is an incredible battle. This is a 3-car battle for the lead in the Spanish Grand Prix. Timmy is, whoa, and where has Steve come from? Well, he's come from nowhere and he's back up into, oh my goodness, back up in the 4th position. Timmy has the soft cotton band tires, remember though, so he will have grip instantly, and so he will have the pace advantage as it stands. But I think that has nailed Timmy on for at least another stop in this race. Interesting stuff indeed. Harry has just asked, will the medium tires go to the end from this? Dave says Dave says easily, and I would say I concur. But that's me sounding fresh. Me sounded like I know it all when I don't really. Because I'm going to be honest, I didn't know if the medium tires go to the end. I know the softs won't, but what about the medium tires? Matt is on the medium tires at the moment. Asdog is on the hard compact tires. We know the hard tires to go to the end then. Look at the background there. There's the pole sitter Steve. Look at this. He's got so much more pace at the moment than Matt in the Red Bull. This is incredible stuff, Ben. It's we've got Sven who's set the fast on the race. That's unusual. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars are battling for the lead. Maxi is now this either in 6th position then. Wow, this is incredible stuff. Once again, like in Baku, is a nail biter. And again here tonight, look at T Sammy. He's under the cosh, good and proper now. Matt Asdog. Then we got T Sammy, Steve, and oh my goodness me, Timmy. I thought he was out. I thought he was out in no man's land there, but he kept it going there, didn't they? They come down the down to turn 10 once again, back on board on pole sitter. The man who's had 3 pole positions this season, he just can't get into a win so far. We're on lap 17 out of 33. We're just coming out to half distance in what has been absolutely epic Spanish Grand Prix. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Oh, look at Maxi. Look at Maxi. He is taking time out of these guys hand over fist then, isn't he? DRS has been enabled now. Matt has set the fastest lap of the race then. He's gone purple, but Timmy then is eclipsed out on a 21.6 out on the soft compound tires then. And they come down the hill once they come down to turn 1 once again then. At the moment it's status quo as you like at the moment then. So yeah, Maxi is going to be in range in just a few moments' time. Snap is very quick at the moment. He is all over the back of Roscoe. He has passed Roscoe and moved up into 8th position there. We've also got Fizzy going past double as well. So that is the action up and down the field. But I think this is what we want to see, isn't it? We want to see the battle for the lead there. We also want to see what's going on in the background as well. But we're keeping on this for now because this is very, very tense indeed, isn't it? We're on board then once again with the pole set there. Oh, T Sammy's got a 3-second penalty. I've got to say, I'm really keeping tabs on the penalties, but I'm sure that's the first 3-second penalty from the leaders, as far as I can tell. But oh, look at this, T Sammy is now getting very anxious indeed, isn't he? He's all over the back, but he's weaving this way and that way. But Asdog is not being deterred, not one iota. Matt there is now out of DRS range, interestingly enough. Remember, he has the medium tire, which is a step softer than the hard tire, so that means he will have more grip as it stands at the moment. But remember, those tires are less durable. We got it from a very reliable source, Dave, that those medium tires will last to the end there, and I think that is absolutely spot on then. And so it's I think that Asdog's gone for the safer option, and so is T Sam as well. Matt and Steve there are on the medium tires. We've got Maxi, who has got by T Sammy. Oh, I've moved up into we got a yellow flag there. PB, I think it's visiting the scenery, isn't he? In turn 3, he is. In sector 3, he is. He's dropped down into a 13th position there. Shame for the Williams cars. Once again, the Williams stars are just really such a shame for the Williams team, because they're so they've been such good drivers this year, aren't they? They just can't seem to catch a break, can they? Maxi moved up to 5th position, then Timmy there on the soft tires is actually dropping back now. He's expecting him to really start to really start to cause some grief on these guys in front, but unfortunately he's dropped down to 6 now. I think that might be Timmy out of this battle for lead. Brown has got a penalty mark once again. T-Sammy just having a good old look there to see if he's just trying to frustrate Azdog. Azdog, one of the more experienced drivers in IRC, isn't he? He has been around the block a few times. He knows he knows all about racecraft and things like that. So T-Sammy there is he's not going to be put off there, is he? But of course T-Sammy does have a very quick pace, doesn't he? Well, he's shown it over the first 4 races, doesn't he? Unfortunately, Azerbaijan didn't go too well. Well, I say T-Sammy's out of the woods. Well, out of this battle. My goodness me, he's proven me wrong, isn't he? He is still in there. Matt is out of DRS range at the moment, but T-Sammy there, he can see Matt there put away. We've got a Red Bull up the inside, and Maxi is up in a 4th position. This is incredible driving there from Maxi. This is only his 2nd race in IRC this season. This is his 3rd race in IRC Super, and he has moved himself up in a 4th position. He's getting himself right back in the thick of things now. He qualified 10th, I believe. He is now up into 4th position then, and he wants to keep tabs on T-Sammy, Azdog and Matt as well. Matt is still out of DRS range, but then it's always played for behind here, isn't it, at the moment? Snap is 10 seconds back in the Renault. Then we've got Roscoe, who's in 8th position at the moment. So I'm not really sure where Roscoe actually is on track. He's been yo-yoing up and down, hasn't he? Oh, and Maxi there. Oh my goodness me! Wow, howled, sir. I thought he was going off to the scene of the accident there, but that was very well held. I got to say, I would have been right off in the hedge there. So well done to Maxi. And Red Bull doing a good cracking job at the moment there, isn't he? Remember, Toro Rosso almost have double the points of the Red Bull team. Remember, the constructors have returned this year in IRC, and in Elite is absolutely nip and tuck. Wow, like this race. But in the constructors in Super at the moment, it's more Toro Rosso got almost double what Red Bull have got. Fizzy's passed Roscoe and moved up into 8th position. Then we got Timmy into the pits, and so those soft tires lasted just 6 laps there. So that was not, unfortunately, from a race point of view, that was not the best strategy for Timmy, and he's going to be dropping right down the order. He's on the medium tires. He is, or he's behind Snap already, isn't he? And that's a shame there for the McLaren drivers, isn't it? Because Timmy there once again showing some good pace in qualifying. He's just not getting the rewards in the race so far, isn't he? He's already dropped down to 9th position. Fantastic aerial shot here from Spain here, and oh, Maxi there, just the closing speeds there is incredible, isn't it? I get very nervous about that. I get concerned that he's going to like rip off the end plate of that of the wings there. Oh, and to that, he has given it a kiss there, and T-Sammy's off the track. Oh dear, that's not good at all. And T-Sammy has spun around the champion. Oh my goodness me, there's a ghost of Roscoe. He's just gone into T-Sammy. We didn't see Roscoe there because Roscoe, 5-second penalty there, and T-Sammy there trying to recover. Safety car in this epic race. Roscoe, I don't know where Roscoe's a drive-through penalty. We're getting drive-through penalties everywhere. What is going to happen for these guys here? We were just talking about that. Max there, worried about Max is getting damage to his end plates there, and unfortunately he's gone into T-Sammy. That's where it all started, and unfortunately Azdog has rolled the dice. Maxi's in the pits because he had to come in. We've also got Steve in the pits. Well, Steve's going to have to queue. There is a bit of a gap there, isn't there? There's almost a 10-second gap there, remember, with the safety car. Matt has stayed out then. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Well, yes, I absolutely concur with that. What the hell was going on there? I think it was the mysterious. It was Roscoe's car, even if he wasn't there. If he wasn't there physically, he was definitely there in mind, wasn't he? As T-Sammy just absolutely got wiped out by T-Sammy. Azdog coming out, and look, Timmy, it's the advantage swung back into Timmy's favour. Maxi is in 5th position, so the instigator of all that is in 5th position, so he technically hasn't lost much, has he? Roscoe's left possession, unfortunately. 7th position is Sven. Steve coming out in 8th position. Fizz coming out in 8th position. Penny is in 9th position. Lovely stuff there from Penny. T-Sammy. There's too many T's here, isn't there? T-Sammy in a 10th position there. Double 11th position. Brown in 12th position, and PB in 13th position there. So the guys that didn't come in the pits was Sven, Penny, Brown didn't come in either, and there was PB. Also, we have got Matt and Snapper aren't coming in the pits either. And we've also got, I think that's Blaz in the old comment section. And come on, Alan! Of course, that is I think that's referring to Azdog. So And I gotta say, he is looking once again like in Baku, the man on form, isn't he? He really, he is once again. As we said earlier on, that in terms of strategy calls, Aston got it bang on. He's might have got it bang on here against Day. We have got 11 laps. I think I wonder if Matt's going to be feeling a bit. Bobby feeling a bit vulnerable up there now at the moment. Snap there is at second at the moment. There, Snap didn't come in either. So we'll have 6 laps younger tires on the medium tires. One man who is really the is into the pits. I'd say one of the Saubers, one of the Alfa Romeos. Timmy, who came in the pits a lap before, has really benefited from this. I think we were saying earlier about how has it gone right. Wow, how the tables turn in a lap here in Formula One. It's brilliant stuff. It really is. He's in 4th position. Maxi in 5th. Steve in 6th. Fizzy 7th with Penny in 8th, T Sam in 9th, double in 10th position, PB, and then Sven coming out as well. I wonder if one of the guys is back, fancies about going onto the medium compound tires perhaps there. As Harry just said, snap P2, and Dave will be happy. Harry, how long did you last on your mediums? As, so yes. Yeah, I don't think Harry even got into his medium tires at the end, did he, unfortunately? We're on board then with the race leader. This is Matt. He's done 7 laps on the medium tires. Everyone else behind him has almost got fresh set, so yeah, he's going to be feeling he's going to be feeling a bit vulnerable out there, isn't he? That's what Ricardo likes, isn't it? As we've heard in the past. But yeah, this is going to be oh my goodness, 10 laps. So this has been an absolutely cracking race. We've had a bit of a storm in this race. I don't mean about the weather either. I mean about all kinds of shenanigans going on in this race. Really incredible stuff, isn't it? Remember that safety car. That's the magic message we want to see. The safety cars in the end of the We got 13 runners out of the 18 that started. We got 10 laps. We got Barcelona. We got Matt and Snap on the 7-lap old tires. We got some fast runners of Asdog. Timmy, Maxi, Steve, Fizzy, Penny are all on fresh compound tires. Well, Penny's not. He's on 9-lap old tires, but Penny is going to be feeling the pressure, isn't he? We're ready to get racing. Matt is the man. He is the man who is in control. A snap there. Looked like he was out of control there. He is the man who's controlling the pace at the moment. And look, Asdog is dropping back there. That's interesting, isn't it? Now we're green. We're go again here in Barcelona. Snap has gone right with Matt there. So good so Matt, Snap there not being distracted one iota there. Asdog's dropped back by a second. So he's the one who's been caught asleep, caught napping there. On board with Max then, who is just behind Timmy. We got in the background. That's Steve and Fizzy's moved past the pole sitter and up into board with Fizzy. Oh my goodness me, how did they not touch? Incredible car control, brilliant stuff, brilliant racing. Oh, Fizzy still got damage to that car, so that just makes it even more impressive, but he's gone off the track there slightly. And now Penny and the T-Sammy are battling away. Penny is dropping down. He's the ninth position, is he? He's carrying on. Penny now doing a great job. Oh, but not almost keeping with T-Sammy, but not quite there. As T-Sam is 7th position, 9th is Penny, 10th position is Double, Brown PB 11th and 12th position, and Sven there in 30th position. Matt's got a 3-second gap at the moment. So so as it stands, the fresh tyres have not helped the guys in the background come in. I think it might have been a no-brainer for some drivers out there, wasn't it? Of course, but definitely Matt there has still got the track advantage at the moment, and that is kind of key, isn't it? Oh, and Asdog there. I thought he was going off there. I gotta say that camera angle does deceive me quite a lot. But yeah, he's still on track. Oh, Timmy there, just almost missing his braking point there. We come in now. Matt has gained 1.6 seconds on this lap alone. Now, I think Asdog needs to get this position change done now, doesn't he? He was out of slipstream, he's back in slipstream, he's back out of slipstream. No DRS yet. We have to wait a couple more laps for that DRS. So Asdog's got to do it the old-fashioned way. He does do it the old-fashioned way. He's passed Snap and moved up into second position. That job needed to be done quickly if he wants any hope of winning this race. It's like deja vu from Baku, is it? It's like a rerun, isn't it? Wow, incredible stuff. And we're like, I don't mind seeing that again. And we're definitely going to be seeing this again, isn't it? With just 8 laps to go then. Now Timmy has got a lot of pressure. And Snap at the moment is the cork in the bottle between Timmy and Maxi. And we've got Steve in the background as well in 6th position. In 6th position, just under us. Well, he's now under a second back, isn't he? This is where all the carnage happened, wasn't it? Where Maxi tapped T-Sammy. And now Timmy is actually right. He made a mistake there, didn't he? Out of turn. Oh my goodness me! Made a mistake there, and he is now right under pressure there from the Red Bull driver. nothing. You can't. It's very. I gotta say, you don't really overtake around there too often. Snap there. Wow. And now he's there. He's now. Timmy's having a sniff there. Is it gonna be more than a sniff? No. And he is a sniff. It's more than a sniff. It's a chance. Maxie's free. Oh no. Oh no. Snap is gone. And Steve has got in. Oh dear. And now that's a huge. That's not good at all. Steve drop him down. Dear's been enabled. He is trying to recover back to the track there, and luckily no one hits him. Oh no. And now then as they come through, then Snap it's dropped down to fourth position now. He's going to be under the pressure there. He's under pressure from Fizzy. Fizzy's going to go on the inside. He is on the inside. He passes Snap and moves up in the fourth position. T Sammy is now in sixth position, and can he get by Snap as quick as possible? Steve is dropped down to 10th position. Maxie's in the pits. I missed that. Oh dear. So Maxie is back in the pits then. So I think he is he? Oh no, he's in the wall. He's in the wall. Maxie, who's had the pace, but he's in the wall. Max is, and he's dropping down the order. He's out of the Spanish Grand Prix. PB in the pits as well. Matt leads, second Asdog, third Timmy, fourth position Fizzy, Snap in fifth position with a T76. Penny is up into seventh position. Fantastic driving there for the Mercedes driver. Brilliant stuff. Wow. Oh my goodness me, I thought T7 was having a look there. We got yellow flag because that is a Red Bull just recovering there over Max there. Snap has dropped down into sixth position, but remember, Snap is on the hard tires. He does not need to come back into the pits. So yeah, so Snap is on his way then. He does have a 3-second penalty though, doesn't he? And also Penny doing a cracking job on the hard tires as well. Matt is in the pits. So Matt is in the pits then. So he's got 5 more laps then. So I'm wondering why Matt's coming into the pits. Is it the medium tires? Have they not lasted? Can they last at the end? Asdog leads the Spanish Grand Prix. Oh, and I think has he got? Well, Matt's got a drive-through penalty. Is that a drive-through penalty? He's just come. I'm confused, but Sven there is going to try and go on the outside. I think that was a drive-through penalty there from Matt for some misdemeanor earlier on in this race then. And wow, absolutely incredible stuff. So Matt, who is the race leader, has dropped down to 7th position then. Can he catch and pass Penny and Snap them before the end of this race? Remember, those two are on the hard tires, so they might. Oh, Sven is off the track then. Sven has gone off the track there. He has got a fresh set of boots on, hasn't he? He's done 4 laps on those medium tires, so they should get to the end. But wow, absolutely fantastic stuff in this incredible race then. Asdog leads the Spanish Grand Prix. He's going for 2 race wins in a row. Can he do it? Absolutely incredible stuff. And I'm losing my voice. So I must say, oh, Penny's out the vent. Matt steams through, and Penny's got a 3-second penalty there, which I think is a bit harsh. Matt steams through and back up into 6th position then. And Harry's asked, what for? I gotta be honest, I don't know. Well, that's to us, which is really rubbish, really rubbish reporting of me, isn't it? I gotta say, I'm struggling to wonder what Matt's got. Unless it was for speeding under the safety car, virtual safety car. That must be the only reason I can think of. And Steve's got a fast lap race. He's showing his 1 lap speed around here is absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Unfortunately, though, the race is just not coming to Steve, is it? He's dropped back down to 8th position at the moment. He is now 6/10 of a second away from Penny at the moment. We're on board with Steve, and he's, as we said, 3 pole positions in a row for Steve. It's just not happening in the race at the moment. His teammate Asdog is yellow flag in 2 because what's going on? Oh, Snap is gone off the track there. He's trying to recover, and he's just my goodness me! And Penny is doing a cracking job here today. This will be Penny's first points of the season. Remember, he's only had 2 starts this season so far. Snap is just trying to get back on the track. I don't know. He's at the wall. Snap is out of the race. I think that's frustration for Snap because he was on a cracking race. Penny dropped down to 7th position. Steve is now back up into 6th position. Virtual safety car. We've got another virtual safety car here. And Matt probably wished that virtual safety car came about a lap earlier, really. So hopefully this gives a bit of a lull at the moment. So lap 28, lap 29 out of 33. We've got 5 laps to go of this race. Let's take stock. Asdog leads the race with Timmy in 2nd position. 3rd position is T Sammy, Fizzy in 4th, Matt in 5th, Steve 6th, Penny 7th, Sven 8th, Brown in 9th, Double 10th, and PB in 11th position. PB's got the soft compound tires on as well, so he might be motoring in this in the remainder of this Spanish Grand Prix. So yeah, the virtual safety car is out for Snap there, as unfortunate Snap, our retirees are Snap, who unfortunately there lost it at turn 4, didn't he? And then because of that he was back racing here in Spain, and because of that I think it was a bit of frustration, retired the car. Maxi retired from the I think Max had a drive-through penalty as well, actually, which is why he came in the pits. They came back out and then lost it. Oh, who is that? That's Sven, who's off the track as well. And that's in turn 2. I think, did he go head on? He damaged the car as well. That's an end plate gone from Sven. And look at the background. It's the wily old fox. It's Double. He knows about the long game, doesn't he, Double? And once again, then he's going to be picking up some good points there for Haas. You have to be in it to win it, and he's always in there, isn't he? Great stuff from Double. Brilliant. It really is. Absolutely fantastic stuff. PB is in 10th position. Brown there, 3 seconds back from his teammate in 11th position there. So at the moment there, but we are guaranteed to have Williams to have a point here today. Remember, Williams have been a bit unlucky this season, but I think I'm hoping they get a bit of hopefully they get a bit more good luck here, and they're doing a good job in getting some points there, isn't it? Anyway, going back to our retirees. Snap then out of the race there, unfortunately spun it in turn 4, and then I think a bit of frustration there and damaged the car. Then we had and then we also had Maxi. I think he had a drive-through penalty. Because he had a drive-through penalty, he came back out of the pits there and he just lost it at turn 2, where just in Sven lose it as well. And that's where Max is. Roscoe, the ghost of Roscoe, absolutely clouted T Sammy. That's how Roscoe retired. We didn't see it on the stream now, but it was a big old clout there, wasn't it, from Roscoe's car, and that's why he's out. I'm not sure if Woody had some kind of technical problem with his rig or with his controller or whatnot, but you see he was cruising. He spun, then he just was very slow. Which is and that's what contributed to Woody's retirement. Also out of the race then we have Brooke Grill as well. Brooke Grill has had an eventful day, hasn't he? He was upside down, wasn't he, in the turn this quarter here, and then earlier on I can't remember. I'm sure so much action's gone. I can't remember how he retired. Incredible. Then we also had Hogg and Harry out as well. Harry retired under the safety car, which I'm not really 100% sure what happened there either. Anyway, that is the story of the race. We've still got 3 laps to go in this race, so it's not done and dusted yet. So Matt in 5th position, Steve in 6th position. This is the battle for 5th as it stands. Penalties dependent, obviously. I've been really poor on the penalties, I've got to say. I was saying earlier about how good it was in terms of the like lacks of penalties, but then I'm completely missed the drive-through penalties. Yeah, now Matt is going to be under a lot of pressure, isn't he? His DRS is now available, I think. Yes, we've had 3 laps. We've of course the DRS there gets disabled whenever the first start of the race, or the safety car as well, and you have to wait 3 laps before it's activated. 2.3 seconds between Asdog and Timmy. Asdog going for his 2nd race win in a row. Fantastic stuff from Asdog. Brilliant, really is. Frank Mead, come on, Fizzy. Fizzy is in 4th position at the moment. Can he keep it clean and get a podium here? I gotta say, Fizzy's done a cracking job, hasn't he, out there? Because I think he's had a damaged wing for most of this race there, hasn't he? He damaged that wing when it was raining, and that was umpteen laps ago. That's how long ago it was. And now he's in 4th position. He, again, similar to Double, just keeps it clean and calm. On Boris Steelan, who's got DRS, so he's going to put Matt under an awful lot of pressure now. Matt is on 15 lap old medium tyres. Steve's on 9 lap old medium tyres, so he will have a grip advantage as it stands at the moment. So Matt's tyres are going to feel very second hand in the final stage of the race then. So Steve has got, I would say, 2 realistic opportunities, hasn't he, down into turn 1. I think, and he probably has one in turn 10 as well, but I think turn 1 is probably the safest way to overtake, even though it isn't really a safe way to overtake. But Matt has done a very good job of slingshotting himself out of the final corner there, as we've got a yellow flag, and that's a Williams, there, and that's at turn 9. Sorry, yeah, it is turn 9, and PB there trying to recover. We've got a great shot of the rear wing, but I want to see the shot of the front wing. If we can, Mr. Director, please. We want to see if there's any damage on the Williams then. Steve, there was 3 tenths of a second away from that as they were flying into turn 4 then. So we're just taking a look, and he is a very lucky boy, I think. He's got no damage at all then. Here's Matt, here's Steve. This is the final battle of the race then, and I got to say, it's been a cracker race, an absolute doozy of a race, hasn't it, here in Spain then. And we return to Europe with a bang, don't we, here in IRC Super. Absolutely quality stuff, and this is just side of things to come, I've no doubt about that. T Sammy really grabbed the initiative in the first 3 races, didn't he? Win from T Sammy, but in Baku there, He got a podium, and today he's only getting a third position again there as it stands at the moment. And Azdog is now starting to take the initiative, isn't he? So 3 wins for T Sammy, and as it stands at the moment, it's a win for Azdog. Is he going to get number 2 then? We'll find out as he's on the final lap here. And Steve there is also really all over the gearbox of that Red Bull there. Really lovely shot. Look at this, a great shot here for the diffuser there of that Aston Martin Red Bull Honda powered car and they're coming through. This is the final lap for these two as well. Look at this, Steve, he's pulling full beans here for the Racing Point driver. He is going on the out, he's staying on the outside, he's on the racing line. Matt couldn't defend that. Steve moves up into 5th position then in the, oh, Matt's lost it, he's in the wall for Matt, and there's going to be Penny coming around as well. That's a lot of damage there, he's going to be limping along. And where's Penny? Penny's taking it very cautiously, isn't he? And I wonder if Penny's going to go up and under. No, he's he's taking it very calm, Penny is. And now Penny has got by and past Matt. Penny is up into 6th position. Absolutely incredible driving from Penny. Azdog is in the final in the final sector now, and Blas just commented unlucky as Blas then Azdog then in the Racing Point second race win, a second race in a row where he's been incredible, hasn't he? Azdog has strategical calls right on the money there, brilliant stuff, and he comes through and he wins the Spanish Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff from Azdog. Timmy in 2nd position, Sammy in 3rd position. What a race! What a race indeed. 4th position there is Physico. Brilliant drive from Physico with damaged front wing for basically 2/3 of that race. In 5th position was Steve. Wow, unlucky for Steve then. Here comes, I think, might be driver of the day. It's between Azdog and Penny, and maybe Timmy as well. And Physico. Well, I don't know who's driver of the day, but Penny comes through to finish an incredible 6th position there for the Mercedes team. I wonder if he ran out of fuel there. He's had 20 laps on those hard tyres. Matt comes through to finish in a 7th position there in the end. And Double is now under a lot of pressure then. Under a lot of pressure. Blas, get in, Alan. That is 2 races in a row there for Azdog. 3 for T-Sammy, 2 for Azdog. Double in 8th position. Brown in 9th position. PB and... Oh, this is the final battle for the point here as well. As we're on board then with Sven then. So PB then, can he get some more points there for the Williams team? He launches off that final corner there. And he finishes in 10th position. And Azdog, 2 wins in 2 races. As it stands then, T-Sammy 3 wins. Azdog 2 wins. This is absolutely beautifully poised then, going into the Monaco Grand Prix in a week's time. Absolutely incredible stuff then. Wow. I'm lost for words. Incredible stuff. Azdog, in 2 weeks, this man has transformed this season. He really has. 2 DNFs at the start of the campaign in Australia and Bahrain. Then he had a 9th in China. Then in Baku, he came and won that race. In Spain, he's reigned in Spain as well. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm just taking a breather, to be honest. So the final classification then from the Spanish Grand Prix. Look at that, it's night and day, isn't it, from how the race started and how the race finished. Azdog win number 2 in 2 weeks. That was absolutely brilliant stuff. Timmy there, I forgot to say, without that, with that safety car, has really brought him back to Pele in 2nd position. The championship leader finished 3rd today after an adventurous race. 4th position, Fizzy, with damaged front wing. Brilliant stuff. Steve in 5th position. Penny, possibly my driver of the day, from 16th to 6th. Fantastic drive. Matt 7th, Double 8th position. Brown in 9th. PB in 10th position. Sven 11th. Retirement, Snap, Maxi, Roscoe, Woody, Broke Gorilla, Hog, and Harry all retired from this epic Spanish Grand Prix. I gotta say, I need to lie down after that. Whew. Yeah, I was saying in the beginning of the stream that I wasn't feeling too well. I was hoping that I might have like an easy run. Whoa, that was anything but an easy run, wasn't it? Really was absolutely a cracking race here tonight. Remember, in a week's time, we are going to be in the jewel in the crown of IRC and of Formula One in the Monaco Grand Prix. There's a famous racing driver that said winning Monaco was is equal to half a championship. Well, as it stands at the moment, the championship is really hotting up between Asdog and T Sammy. I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be fantastic. The Elite guys will return on Wednesday nights at 7:30, which Dave will be taking you through all the action and excitement from the Elite guys. And then on Thursday nights, we'll return for some super racing as well, as the Super Boys are going to be back in action in Monaco then at 8 o'clock. So I think that's it from us tonight. As I don't think anyone's going to be joining me tonight because they probably don't want to talk to me. Anyway, so thank you all for joining us tonight. It's been brilliant stuff. Great to have you in the comments. Great to have you watching and following the action. It's been brilliant stuff. See you on Wednesday night for the Monaco Grand Prix.